Yo, you are now tuned into the Bag Brothers Podcast, episode 36. 36 is your boy Sully.
Damn, it's episode 36 already?
I know, nigga. You introduce yourself for what?
It's P, baby.
And we got a special guest.
Two special guests.
We're missing a third, but you know.
Yes, Women's HERstory Month.
Women's HERstory Month still in full effect.
March Madness was canceled, but
despite the coronavirus, 90s voicemail podcast.
Hey,
how you doing?
What's up, everyone?
Who we got in the room right now, though? Who we got in the room?
Go first.
It's Clarissa. You already know.
I'm Shanice. And we are 90s voicemail podcast.
Hey, we in the building.
Let me miss
In the
it
building,
one.
man.
Oh yeah, we are missing one member. Unfortunately, Janelle, she couldn't make it, but we'll represent for her.
Yeah.
You don't have to double back.
Yeah.
What that mean?
I mean,
double back. You have to double back.
What
Come
that
again.
mean? What that mean?
come
what
up
that
here
mean?
again.
Oh,
what?
you said
Double-
double back. I thought you meant like take a double shot. I'm like,
You might need to. You brought it up.
Yeah,
Now,
you
listen,
brought it
don't start nothing you can't finish.
Right. Hey,
I'm
don't Deuce's
dead.
in the building. You know what's going on. Anytime you have a special guest, Deuce's in the building. You know what's going on.
Trying to kill us.
Listen, the coronavirus is your poison.
here we go.
Right. Listen, that shit getting wild. She getting out of her hand.
Yeah.
You know how we do it each and every episode. Tip of the week, starting off. So the tip of the week of this episode is wash your hands. That's it.
And use your common sense.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is twofold because, like, if you coughing or if you sneezing, right, proper hygiene would be to do so in your elbow, right? Because I be on the train going to work in the morning, and that's how
Right.
somebody in Manhattan Supreme got it. So, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Manhattan Supreme and Brooklyn Supreme. Two
And
confirmed cases on Friday.
Queens Supreme.
Nah, I don't know. Stop, Mike Wood.
Who's Mike Woods? This nigga that tells the weather?
Yeah, you putting out false news. We don't know if Queens Supreme
Oh,
got
I
it.
thought they had
But
it. My
no.
fault, yeah.
But yeah, sneeze and cough into your
Listen,
elbow. I'm not trying to get corona, bro. I'm really gonna be mad if I die from the coronavirus. Like,
You're not gonna die from that shit.
You know the angry emoji? That's how I'm gonna be. I'm
yeah,
angry
no,
as
for
shit.
real. Like,
That
y'all
emoji.
gonna, I'm like,
You know, be tight.
son.
My thing is people weren't washing their hands prior to this
Before.
shit.
I mean,
Is this not
that's
what
kind
was
of weird.
going
Yeah, it's
on?
kind of weird to me. Like all of a sudden,
Nah, it's
wash
not.
your hands, hand sanitize. Like y'all should already been doing those things. Those are kind of
Yeah.
like common sense things that you regularly should be doing. Like you regularly breathe in. Like wash your hands, bro.
Yeah.
I work in an
much.
office building, bro.
I've seen some things too.
Yeah, like
I see
I lost
niggas
faith.
walking
I
there.
lost faith like a year ago.
Oh, especially the white people. They walk in there. They'll whip their shit
I'm
out.
not going to. I'm not
Shit,
going
I'll
to
go pee and
generalize.
then
You
they'll walk.
know?
Y'all
I'm
know
not
what's
going
going
to generalize.
Fuck
but-
that.
I
you know.
mean, if the shoe fit.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, hit it with it one more time though. You know, we got off on a tangent.
Twice, yeah. Wash your hands. Tip of the week. Keep it real simple,
Please.
real sleek. This episode. Hashtag BBGC. Back with the gallon challenge. Which week is the wave. Stick on the water wave. Always drink water, especially during the coronavirus. That's gonna prevent you from getting it. Actually, if you stay hydrated.
Where did you graduate medical school, sir?
Where
bro,
did you
we're not-
read that
Yeah,
at?
because what
That's on the
He
thing.
is
Your water's gonna prevent you
100%.
from
Well,
catching it?
drinking fluids though, keeping drink a lot of water.
That's not gonna prevent it.
It's gonna be a preventative.
It's cool.
That kind of makes sense though.
It
because
does.
If it's a
Come on,
Florida
man.
light,
It's not
Okay,
That's why she's
no.
over there.
No.
We're sitting over there
kinda
right
makes
now.
sense.
Listen, we on the same team because that's a damn lie. You just made that.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying.
It
on the
says
same
stay
team.
hydrated.
Yeah.
it
Listen to my
sound kind
team,
of
son.
believable.
Come
Just
on,
a
man.
taste.
y'all be hating.
So,
Y'all gonna be the one.
Who gonna get it? Who gonna get
Just
it
like
first?
ginger ale could cure
Right? Black people think
sicknesses.
ginger ale
No.
care everything.
Nah,
bro.
It
It
does.
does not
Nah,
Yo,
nah,
prevent-
go get a ginger ale.
Nah, duh,
Are you kidding me?
You got an upset tummy is over. Ginger ale.
Nah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm lying?
you were son.
Hold on. See some lying?
Y'all are dragging
You not.
it.
You are lying.
This is be
Like-
support me. What the fuck going
No,
on over there?
shit, you already claimed your teammate. Fuck out of here.
What's up?
Word.
Y'all over there
You
believing
took
water
a
gonna
side.
stop you from prevent you from getting the corona.
Water,
Drink all the damn water you want. You
Hello?
better look.
Yo, hashtag BB30 for 30. Always work out no matter what.
Yeah.
Stay fit.
Be careful though, because
Physically, mentally. The gym ain't safe neither.
Yeah, they said it's one of the easiest places for the virus to like live and spread. So
I just went
easy.
to the gym.
See, look.
Nah, see, you got it. See,
You got
I ain't
to
been the
quarantine.
other day.
Come
Spence.
sanitize this room one more time, because
Look
I
so
got
like-
a compromised immune system.
With
I got
Clorox
asthma,
wipes.
sir.
Wipe her down.
Yeah.
No, but
please.
I wiped everything, and the gym was mad empty. So
Do you take a
What
shower
you
after
think-
you worked out?
no, I didn't.
So
I
you got
just
the
went to
coronavirus. It's over. The
Like,
fuck?
what kind of question is that?
Now you diagnosing cases. Yo, you are wild,
Come on,
bro.
man. I got PhD in this shit. You know what's going
A
on.
PhD, so you're not an MD.
Okay.
What?
Oh.
You got a PhD, not an MD, fool.
Yo, relax. I got the ball. I got the ball.
You
I
a
got
college
the ball.
professor?
Relax, nigga.
Those who can't do, teach.
That's a
No,
jewel.
my
That's a
mom
gem.
gonna hear this and she's gonna be angry. Anyway,
You out of line.
yeah, be careful at the gym, right? Again, use your common sense.
What gym you went to? Planet Fitness?
Where?
Equinox?
No, retro.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And
How
North
is-
Flatbush,
How do you
East Flatbush?
say Planet Fitness?
Retro Fitness.
But
Planet
Retro's
Fitness is
ill?
trash. I'm just asking.
No, well, watch him out.
Why is the
Watch
Planet
him out.
Fitness
Watch him out.
trash?
Planet Fitness is
They be
weird.
eating fucking pizza every Monday.
Yeah, what's that about?
Who? Planet Fitness?
episode is
Yeah.
wild already.
Oh, I don't have Planet Fitness. I don't know.
Well, Retro Fitness do that shit too.
Eating
It's
pizza?
It's
Yo, I
donuts
seen
every
pictures.
Tuesday. Yeah.
With pizza? I've seen it
Yeah.
in Planet
Yeah.
Fitness.
Yeah,
but
Planet
not
Nah,
in
nah,
retro.
don't try to throw Planet Fitness under the bus. This ain't the Planet Fitness.
They be having all types
But we
of
already
snacks
know,
and
no
shit.
shade to Planet Fitness. We already know, like,
But,
out of
you,
all
but
the
it's to
gyms.
test your discipline. You got to be
Every
disciplined.
Monday,
to-
they
test
yeah, you got to be
Oh, they're
disciplined
test
enough
Monday.
to
There you
walk
go.
past.
They're gonna test Monday. There you go.
Yeah, walk past that thing. Maybe you in the gym, right?
Walk
That's
back
trash.
that shit.
That's
it.
messed up.
They testing your discipline. That's all.
I don't know why they do that. It's a good question.
Nothing worth having is easy, you know. So
That's
they
a
want to
fact.
know that
This
you
nigga, you a
invested
fucking
in
wordsmith or
it.
some
Nah.
shit?
You know, baby, that's what
You
I
a
try
poet,
to do.
nigga?
That's what I try to do, baby.
Fucking
That's
Picasso,
what I try to do.
motherfucker.
Coming up and
Aristotle,
showing up.
motherfucker.
Yo, you are sick, son. But
All right, listen, weekly recap, man.
please.
Shanice, how was your week, son?
Oh, man. My week was good.
Just about to give us a whole load of shit.
Nah, because I'm
All
trying
the
to
back end,
remember.
right?
You know how you need, like, you can't
Yeah, I
remember. I
know.
have, like, short-term memory or whatever
Wait,
it
what?
is.
Wait, what?
That's-
Coronavirus?
Good night.
You already declared
We're
it.
not
Like you already
pumping that.
diagnosed
Short-term
it.
memory loss or something like, what did I do this week? Went to work, right? And that's it. Yeah.
How was work?
It was regular. My day is very quiet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody sent you flowers this week
No.
in the wake of the apocalypse.
Are you fucking Aristotle?
Nah, niggas don't
might
fuck with
be.
me.
But okay, so you had a good week.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Was this week better than your week before?
Come on.
I'm
Nah,
just
she
asking.
said-
How
come
you
on.
gonna expect me to remember the week before?
You
She
remember?
just
I
told you
just
she got
told
short-term
you.
memory loss. Or
I
whatever.
really got to sit and think about this.
Yo, I Clarissa.
Well, nobody sent her flowers, so it wasn't.
That's-
that
yeah, that's
It
fucked
wasn't
up.
eventful.
It's
Sorry.
accurate.
Yeah,
You
my
might
week
have
was
to-
very regular.
Yo, make sure I take a note so y'all know which one is Sharice, which one is
Shanice.
which one's Clarissa.
I know what
So
you
that way
doing
you
before
can.
this.
So that
That's
way,
the viewership. You guys have YouTube too?
yeah.
Oh, it's
so that way
lit.
y'all
Yeah,
can-
look.
so that way
Tap
y'all can
in
give the
YouTube
flowers
Backwoods.
and shit.
I know y'all probably listening on the Apple
Yeah.
podcast app, but now y'all gonna hear their voice and be like, oh, let me go see what they look like.
they look
Let me
like-
go see if they posted a pic.
Well, they sound like that.
relax,
They sound like that.
Relax. We be
Relax.
watching. Well, y'all be
When
following
y'all follow,
our guests.
follow us back too.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Don't try to go on our guest page and follow them, and
follow
not
them,
follow
no,
the
follow
Backwoods
us.
podcast page.
I cannot deal with
You
them.
see what I'm saying?
Follow us, then follow them.
Yeah.
I must have did some shit like that before to know that's even how people are giving
No,
me.
I'm
Whoa,
telling you.
Hold on. Hold on a minute. Hold on a
You ain't gonna have me on here incriminating myself.
On the court.
Not here. But nah, go
I,
ahead.
Clarissa, how was
Yeah.
your week? How was your week, sweetheart?
My week was very regular as well.
Why? Oh, what? Y'all don't, what's
Well,
going
how
on?
was
Nobody
y'all
sent
week?
you
What
flowers
you guys
either?
been doing during the week?
No,
Not this week?
Not this
What about the week
week.
before that?
The week before that.
What kind of
yeah.
flowers you
They
like,
did?
though?
I'm actually not a flower girl. I'm more of a plant girl. I like plants.
I like that.
She
I've
grown.
been getting in the plant. Yeah, that's
Grown,
like
grown.
What's
Yeah.
it, like what type of plant?
I like bamboo, snake plants,
Which
anything
what's
that
the one that bring money?
the money plant.
You got one?
No, I have a bamboo.
What the bamboo bring?
It brings luck, good luck, right?
Good luck.
Yeah.
Purifies the air.
Well, we need to get us a money tree because I need some money. Coronavirus about to shut the
Oh
whole
my
economy
God.
down.
What's that one plant that you hang the ceiling? I think it's a ceiling plant, and they start it grows like mad crazy.
That's a snake plant. I think
That's
a
a snake plant?
Yeah.
That's
You
good.
sure?
I'm not sure. Don't quote me.
This girl on here, you on here with your fake MD, disguising it as a PhD. She don't got no green thumb. Like, what the fuck going on in this? This is Women's HERstory Month, baby. This is back. Yo, this is wild.
How was your week, P? How was your week?
Wait,
Wait, so what kind of flowers you like?
I like sunflowers.
which one?
Imagine somebody bringing big ass.
What you mean? Which one? Which one? What?
No, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Listen. It was a long.
What you about to say?
It was. It's,
Oh, we better watch it. We better watch it. Talk of this
Yeah,
podcast.
listen. No, my week was tumultuous. Just like with all of the uncertainty.
Make sure I get your dictionaries out. Look
Word,
that word up.
vocabulary
Y'all know how to
is
spell that shit right now.
broad.
Tumultuous.
Yeah.
Spell it. Tumultuous. Spell it.
I'm good.
Ew. But yeah, just with all the uncertainty surrounding the coronavirus, work, school got moved to distance learning. They still want that tuition check. So
The money needs to go to distance learning too. The money-
exactly, like give me a discount for my distance
Yeah,
learning since I'm
the
not
fuck?
getting the full experience.
I'm out on
law
campus.
student, right? My parents not gonna be happy with this. But yeah, I'm telling you, yo. But not just just trying to stay healthy, trying to stay out the way. And we had, man, trying to keep this Women's HERstory Month moving along.
All right.
Despite the uncertainty. So,
Yeah, man.
how was your week?
Week is regular, like they said before.
You ain't get no flowers
Wow,
into your job either.
you had a regular week.
Yeah, you had a regular week.
Wow.
Too. You would have thought that was beyond you,
heck?
sir.
Exactly.
What team are you on?
Hey, thank you.
You already claimed your damn team, and you let them come on the podcast and divide, conquer. What's wrong with you, son?
No,
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? 36 episodes in this damn podcast split down the middle. You think you Charlamagne the God, huh? Take your ass over to ABC if you want to. Come over there and crash your damn recording. You play if you.
Yo. Week was good. The coronavirus is like blew mine. I'm supposed to go away to fucking XYZ and they can't go do the trip anymore. So
really?
got my refund back, but you know,
Okay.
because I put the insurance in it. A lot of people don't put the insurance in your shit.
You have
Y'all
to.
fucking
And it's
around.
worth it, bro. Like
It was only $24
for this trip.
for this trip.
Because the
Yeah,
other
some
trip we went on, that
trips-
shit was
It's just
about
like
that shit was about more than the
500.
flights. I
Yeah,
said, hold
them
on, I
shits
could just
be-
cancel it and
They
get
be
my
going
flight.
up, and I be going down. But
Whoa.
wait, relax.
You gotta chill, beloved. Beloved, you gotta chill,
What is
beloved.
wrong
You
with
gotta
y'all?
chill.
All right,
We gotta run it.
But yeah, what? It was cool. It was cool, but it's coronavirus blowing mine though. For real. My birthday's next month, so
Yeah.
Oh,
I have to wait to see what the fuck is going on. And even then, so I still have to wait for the after effect, right? So all the side effects and whatnot. But
100%.
you know, we still having Women's History Month going strong.
HERstory.
So that's our history.
No, you said history.
Take the fucking H. Take the I out and put the fucking the letters in there.
Sure.
Women's,
Do you know the difference between history and herstory?
Women's History Month going strong.
Yes.
All right.
Sponsored
This
by
out-
Black Brothers.
this
March
out-
Madness was canceled.
Yeah.
That'll come back around later, but Women's History Month still going strong.
Yeah.
You know, still exemplifying.
It's our third. Yes.
Yeah, still exemplifying beautiful young woman moving and shaking in these various industries.
But let's get into it though. So
Yes.
90s voicemail is here.
90s
Live in the
voicemail.
building. You know what I'm saying? She represent her. The
I
Mets.
just got a voicemail too. Why
I'm
we
not
sitting
representing
here?
nothing.
That's the
It's
Mets
just-
on your fucking.
Okay, so what's on your hat? You represent
Shit,
them.
this nigga not
Why you
even.
always-
This nigga got a San Francisco hat on in New
You
York.
got a fucking Philly hat on.
I'm from Philly, baby. DC. Shout out to my nigga Mick Millie. You heard?
Good night. What is going on? Y'all crazy.
All right, but you want to? So 90s voicemail podcast is here.
Yes.
They obviously are a podcast. Like I
Two
said
of the
before.
three.
Two of the
Yes.
three.
Yes.
Thank
You don't want to get it twisted.
Yes.
Tell us a little about yourself and tell us a little about how the podcast what podcast came to
PhD
be.
coming into play, huh? Yeah, work your PhD,
How the
sir.
podcast came to be, and things of that nature. So I
Yes.
take the floor.
Okay, well,
You can start it off.
do you want to talk about yourself? Because I'm just.
No, you
what
need to
you
talk
see is
about
what
yourself
you
too.
get.
Don't try.
What you see is what you get.
I'm
Hold the fuck on.
Shanice, that's it.
Wait, hold on.
YouTube Bag Brothers
Tune
podcast.
in to this.
Yes.
Tune in.
YouTube Bag
Trust
Brothers
me.
podcast. Oh, she coughing.
I don't have the corona.
Spence, where is the Spence? Put this damn hand sanitizer on this table in about the next 7 seconds, sir.
I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry,
You coughing into the mic.
Yeah,
too.
like-
I did not
Well,
cough.
like wailing the fuck
I
out,
did
bro.
not.
Welcome back to get this
I'm
shit.
a dragging it.
All
I
right.
didn't cough into the mic. Go ahead.
What you see is what you get.
I mean, I'm very modest. So I don't really like talking about
Yeah,
myself.
we both are actually.
I'm more or less like what you said, what you see is what you get. I'd rather like my work and what I do speak for who I am. And my energy that you feel in the room speak for who I am. Because I could tell you anything, but I could be lying. You know what I mean? So,
100%.
You got a poker face
Tell
with
us
it.
more about your work, though.
okay. So
you don't
90s
mind.
Voicemail Podcast came about. We've been friends. We've met each other at work. And the type of conversations we have.
You guys work in the same workplace?
Well, no, this was years ago when we met.
Okay.
It's like when
Yeah.
I first graduated college. When I first graduated college. It's my first job out of college at the
Okay.
loft.
Okay.
Hated it.
Retail. You know the
Yeah.
vibes.
Well, I don't know if you know the vibes.
Yeah, I don't know, but I
So you
can.
never worked retail before?
No, I never did.
No.
Oh,
God bless.
Y'all fancy.
Word.
That's nice.
I have.
Salute, because I like finding
Oh,
clothes,
okay.
though. I like coming in the retail spots.
That's
you know?
part of it.
Yeah, I like that. But go ahead, finish. Tell us more about names.
Yeah, so when us three would get together, we would literally talk about shit that you wouldn't even imagine females talk about. Like, just imagine a female group chat.
Like what? Like
Please
what?
don't.
Throw
Please.
something in
I
there.
got
Let
my
me
heart
see.
broke from
Take
the
something-
women group
Now,
chat.
Matter of fact, we're gonna save that. Don't answer that.
That's why I made the face like,
You
oh.
would do,
I
so
don't
you
wanna
would do
know what's
somebody's
going-
phone.
No, we
Nah.
got some. We gonna hold on. We gonna
We gonna get into it.
We're gonna get into it.
Okay. But yeah, so we always thought that, like, I feel like every group of friends feel like this. Like, we have to have cameras following us and watching us. Have y'all ever felt
we
like?
back brothers, baby.
Yeah,
we
we
used
back
to that
brothers.
lifestyle.
Because when y'all hang out,
we
it's
get
like-
money since we about 14, 15, taking care of our families, doing the things we like to do.
Okay.
But yeah, tell me more about you, baby.
Yo,
This is
you
about you.
are
He's
hilarious.
at 14 visits. He's at
yo.
14
It's about
You
you,
got an
man.
accent
It's
change,
about
nigga? You from Georgia?
Son.
I might be, baby.
And so we've grown up in the 90s, and it's hard for us to let that era go. So we just was like,
90s, baby.
yeah, we were like, let's start a podcast.
Yeah, based
And
around
boom.
the 90s. And I think where the 90s thing came from, because we will always talk about, like, what the fuck is going on in this
How
music?
things used to be, yeah.
Yeah, like, what is going on? Is this really what it is? So in the midst of us reminiscing about how it was us growing up, it's like, okay, we have a theme. Let's just build off of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The opening is clean. I'll tell you that. I love the opening.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
That's it's,
What opening?
It's of your podcast.
How it go?
It's
What
fresh.
is it? What is
They
it?
got a song every time. They tried to get me just
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I'm on my cute B's and Q's.
First, like, I can't help you, brother.
What you doing? On the back, baby.
Nah, but
you know?
they got a different song every time they open up the podcast,
That's dope.
which I appreciate.
I respect.
I mean, that just goes to show you don't listen to it.
it ain't a different
Made
song,
that up, but it's,
motherfucker.
it's okay. It's one song. It's the same
Yeah,
song.
same
Nah,
song.
but nah,
What song
I've
is
heard
it?
different songs before.
Let our listeners know what song is it.
Oh, it's a Mary J. Blige song.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like I've heard different
What's
song
the
on there before though.
411,
Funny
yeah.
shit.
Maybe the ending of the podcast.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay,
my
the
fault,
ending.
but like, there's
Yeah.
been different songs. I'm not
Yeah,
bugging
yeah,
out.
yeah. And the ending of the podcast.
No,
Nice try, nigga.
No,
What the fuck out there, yo?
That's because
Alright.
what you said was
Listen, I retract. I apologize.
Oh
I'm human, no.
Stop babysitting.
no.
What? I'm not human.
What?
We gonna talk.
Let's not fucking with you.
We gonna talk.
Spence, get the damn hand sanitizer in here because I don't know what's going on.
Nah,
gosh.
but I appreciate that. I don't listen to podcasts. Which
Stop
is funny.
saying that on this podcast because
You
nobody
don't?
gonna want to come.
Nobody gonna listen to your podcast.
But
You listen
but
to all the podcasts.
But wait, nah, I don't listen to all podcasts. All podcasts is not lit,
Or,
though.
not, or you listen to good content.
That's
There you
You
go.
are a
look,
connoisseur
look, I
of
don't gotta say shit,
content.
look.
Don't clean it up for him.
I mean, that's my part.
You don't. I don't
That's-
listen to podcasts either. So
I like good content. If I listen to shit for the first like 2 minutes, it is not catching my attention. I don't fuck
Yeah.
it. I don't give a fuck about them podcasts.
You listen
I
to
mean,
podcasts?
I do.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part?
Okay.
You give me three. If you've got three, give me three.
I got three. I listen to
Backwards
Shara.
podcast, got you. Okay,
Right?
What's second? What's
Backwards podcast on one podcast. All right, baby. All right, we see what's going on.
I cannot.
What's second? What's number
quick.
two? What's number two?
The Woman Evolved podcast
It's number
with
three.
Heard of that one.
shit. I feel like my third one, I go between, like, because there's so many out there. I like go between so
Nah, I get
many
it.
because I know so many people who have podcasts. So I listen to Reek's podcast,
Yeah.
the original Black Man. The original Black Man.
You 5%?
He had a
Yeah,
he might be.
That's the
I
first
don't
degree of the
know.
120.
I don't know if
I
you're
don't
5%.
know.
Yeah.
That y'all talking about.
Send me that when we get up. Let me check him out. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's a
they
good
was-
name.
they
I like
was-
that
they was
name.
saying he had like a little like link and it was there.
All right, I gotta tap in
Yeah,
there.
y'all didn't pull up.
You said it's called the
I
The
didn't know-
original
I didn't
Black
know about
Man.
that.
Peace to the gods and the earth to the universe.
That's right.
Who else do we know that got podcasts? We know a lot of everybody.
You just need
Give me
number
one.
three.
You said Bag Brothers podcast. You said
Yeah.
what's
Woman
the-
Evolved.
Women
What's the
Evolved.
third?
And give us third one. That's it.
You said the Reeks,
Reeks,
right?
the original
You
Black
should
Man.
listen
The
to no
original Black Man.
podcast.
Peace.
Yeah.
Peace. I like that.
Or who have you listened to?
Yeah.
So
Bag Brothers podcast, right? Cool. Keep it
number
moving.
two.
All right, that's
Come on.
number one. But you know, like a State of the Culture podcast when it was.
Yes.
So I'm saying I don't listen to it, but I've heard it.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
just naming that one. And Reeks, the original Black Man.
Come on now.
podcast.
Peace,
His
Reeks.
podcast is
Peace
lit.
to God.
It is. He's hilarious.
He's mad funny.
Okay.
I listened to one of his episodes before that. All right.
Yeah.
That's peace. That's peace.
Yeah, he always wear fitteds and shit. I mean, do rags and
The
silkies
do-rags,
and shit.
yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
He saw the podcast of mad smooth and mad mellow and shit. Like,
And he got the
yo,
voice for
yo,
it.
Listening to Reeks right now.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, oh yeah, he know.
all right.
All right, check you out a little bit.
What about y'all? What about you, Prince?
My top 3 podcasts: Tax Season, Free to Stony.
Tax Stone.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
Tax Stone, Free to Stony. Lately I've been getting into the Casey crew, DJ Envy and his wife, Gia Casey.
Okay, that's
Wow.
cute.
Like on the relationship side, just hearing them reflect or whatever. And then I'd say Cereal. Yeah.
Milk.
No, Serial is a podcast. It's basically like a drama crime podcast.
Okay.
So the first season they follow.
Is it spelled Serial?
Serial. So
Like
like a
serial
serial
killer.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's kind of clever.
Yeah,
It's a little bit clever.
The first season they followed this murder case of this kid, Adnan Syed, and he was basically accused of killing his girlfriend in high school. And it takes you through like the court proceedings, and it's just I'm in law school, so it's like those kinds of things. I want to be a criminal defense attorney, so those things they spark my interest.
Yeah.
But yeah, those three. That's my three.
All right, well, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
An honorable mention to Back Brothers podcast, even though I don't listen to myself, but.
Yeah, he never listens to the something.
You guys don't like carrying yourselves back?
It's not kind of. I do, but it sounds kind of weird though.
So in order to like critique your own self, you know what I'm saying?
I let people critique it for me.
I let people critique it, and then I don't take none
We
of
get
their
feedback all the
critiques.
time, so
Okay.
they say something, cool, I adjust, or I don't.
Okay.
I've listened to one episode. Episode 7, Black Men Don't Cheat, which dropped 7/7 at 7:07 p.m. For the
Good
God
night.
in me.
No, 100%. He ain't lying.
No, I'm
7/7.
done. It's up 7/7, 7:07. You know, it was episode 7.
Did y'all do that on purpose?
Nah, that's just
Nah,
the way the
it's just
universe
way, you know,
allows.
exactly.
I love it.
Yeah.
What? So this ain't about us though.
Yeah, it's about you guys.
So
like,
what-
y'all not slick. Y'all talking about
We
you get what
interviewing
you
y'all.
get. Yeah, nah,
Right?
hold on.
What's the most rewarding thing you guys got out of podcasting so far?
For me is
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Take your time. We
for
pouring
me
Douce
is the
right now.
connections I've made.
I don't know
For
why I'm
sure.
pouring the Douce.
Cause
Shanice,
you want more.
Shanice.
That's
Bartender ain't
why.
getting no
Niece.
tip. This bartender ain't getting no
See,
tip.
look at Shanice's cup. See, she drunk anything out of that shit.
She
Yeah, I
babysitting.
did. No,
she
I'm
babysitting.
not.
She babysitting. She's like a babysitter. That cup look kind of empty over there.
How you know anything look empty?
I can see, baby.
Oh, you can see it?
X-ray vision.
Yeah,
You heard?
fucking Cyclops.
What?
Over here.
Listen, stop trying to get away from this question. What's the most rewarding thing you guys have gotten out of podcasting so far?
I said
She
it.
said connections. Like who? Like
The
what?
connections
For
we've
example?
made.
You don't gotta say specific, but like
Because going into podcasting, we didn't know anybody or anything really, and the people that we've met along the way have, for me, I feel like they've helped us grow and get to the place that we are now.
Very true.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, one of the most rewarding things, maybe because I've been a freelance writer for a while, so the type of
impressive.
content that I've had to create had to have been geared towards a specific audience and platform. So me creating my own platform and having the freedom to talk about what I want, how I want, when I want, that's very rewarding. The freedom of it.
Yeah.
how is it separating podcasts from like your actual everyday life? Do you guys feel like
We
you have
don't
to
have a
like?
problem separating from the podcast. Do you?
Is there a separation? Because I feel like,
I don't have a-
One bleeds into the other.
yeah, like what makes the content.
Well, I mean, you have a professional life,
Yeah.
and you have this life where you just talking talking your shit.
Just came from the gym. I know you kind of weak.
So I mean, is there some type of like divider you put up where it's like, all right, cool, I'm in a different setting. It's time for me to adjust.
Doesn't anybody who has a 9 to 5 and a 5 to 9?
Well, that's different though because you're talking about podcasts, you're not talking about because that could be anything you just mentioned, right? Podcast is specific, and like for me and Prince, like specifically, this is another job, right? But we have to be able to distinguish like our professional life for our careers and podcasting, right? So like the same question for you guys.
Honestly, no. Who I am on my podcast, outside of the vulgarity, is who I am at work. Take it or leave it. I'm not in a profession of code switching and pretending. That's not. I don't subscribe to that.
Respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's this girl was.
Short-term memory for her.
Ice question 17 seconds ago.
Oh,
Like,
Repeat the question,
my bus ain't get there yet. Let me figure out what's going on.
Had a bus. Shut up.
A short bus.
B35 going down flat, leaving Brownsville going to Flatbush
Good night.
down Church Avenue.
All right.
Church Avenue, you stayed on Flatbush.
Yo.
All right.
Flatbush
No,
and
so what's the
church.
question again? No, for real. Don't.
Yeah, take it, please. Get
Do
this-
you find it hard? Like what?
Do you find it hard to separate your professional career to podcast?
Because you got all your professions in your Instagram bio.
You do. We looked at it.
Bah, bah, bah,
You got a
bah,
little
bah.
app.
Yeah.
You got the
Right.
little emojis to
The
match
emojis
the
to match
corresponding
the-
symbol of what the career
Right.
field
Yeah,
would be.
it's Instagram is kind of like deemed as a resume. So.
Nah, listen, I seen your Instagram. That's not no resume.
But
applying
not
to?
for
What
the
you
job
applying to,
that I'm
girl?
in right
You
now.
applying to
I'm
the
not
bartender
progressing.
job that you doing. You
Yo,
ain't getting
y'all
into
are
Starlets.
crazy.
You going to Applebee's, girl, and Atlanta Terminal. You ain't going to Starlets at this bar.
Atlantic Terminal.
I
Shut up, nigga.
cannot, yo.
Dang,
But no,
Lana.
but go ahead. You wanna?
Nah, see, I mean, that was actually, like, I didn't hear your answer quite.
Yeah, because y'all talk
You got the question
fucking
again?
much over me. Yeah, repeat it
sorry.
again.
So I ain't gonna be the shit with yo.
Yeah, give it to her.
I don't find it. This not difficult. I don't think that we gotta divide who we are, or whatever, our personalities.
I get it. I also think it's easier for women to be unapologetic in these spaces.
What you mean?
Like, so I think where you getting at is like how we talk about like personal personal things, right? Like for me, like my relationship, right, or lack thereof. Or it's like with you, right? You're very open about your relationship and that you're in a relationship and that, you know, this is a person that you see yourself spending the rest of your life with, et cetera, et cetera. Whereas it's like, for me, like I don't think I'm going to come on a podcast and like profess that. And that may be because it's so early, right? And even though it's like 36 episodes in, I think for women, it's easier for them to come on and because like, it's like, yo, all right, well, this is what I'm doing, right? This is, if I'm dating multiple people, like, what you gonna do? So I think that's what you're trying to get at a little bit. If not, correct me.
I mean, I think more so is just like adjusting, right? Because
Yeah.
the shit you talk about here, you can't talk about in work, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
With
saying?
who? Why not?
See,
Wait,
but
what?
well, also let me just correct it, right?
'Cause the
it
first job
depends.
that they
It
have is the
depends.
law.
It depends on your career, right? It depends
Right.
on what field you're in. Because
Yeah.
again, like I can't be going to like the career I am. I can't go to work and be like, oh yeah, this is that third.
Mm-hmm.
I can speak about it in some parts of that time of that career, right? When I have like certain downtime and stuff like that, but I can't go in there guns blazing.
Oh no,
You
no.
gotta
Right.
have coof. Gotta have.
That's what I'm saying, right? That's what I was alluding to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, you guys had to be able to kind of switch it on, switch it off, if I might say. So how, like, I guess how was that? How you guys able to make that transition? I'm in podcasts. I'm doing this.
My answer still remains the same. I'm really honestly the same person.
person.
I'm on a podcast. I am at work. Like
Right.
people know me. I'm Clarissa. Like when you speak to me,
I
you
was-
know you're gonna get the real.
Unapologetically.
Unapologetically. I'm sorry.
I feel that.
I could read you in a hood way, and I could read you in an intellectual way.
She out here reading, y'all.
She got the glasses
It's
on.
not
She
really
got the
no.
glasses
She got
on.
the glasses on.
She got
you
the
can see.
fucking.
She can see.
She the wrist
Everybody
work.
can see.
Oh, it was whoa.
Tune into the YouTube, please. Bag Brothers Podcast.
Hold the
She
fuck
just hit
on,
y'all with a
man.
dance move. I don't think
You
y'all-
can find out what dance move that is.
Yeah,
I bet
exactly.
It might give you some money. You never know.
Exactly.
Stupid.
Yeah, crazy.
I know.
All right, so the answer remains the same too, Shanice. So
Yeah,
Okay.
like
I'm not mad at this. I'm not.
Ain't
mad.
no
I'm
code
not
switching
mad.
on the side.
I'm not mad.
no.
So you got it.
Good.
I want to run it down. All right.
Yeah.
So, this episode is obviously about Nice Voicemail Podcast and you know what they do and how they push the culture for podcasters and women, and being able to be strong on their platform and things of that nature. I wanted to get to the topic of you guys are close friends. You say you was right. So I want to kind of transition that into Twitter and close friends.
Okay.
Close friends on Instagram.
Close friends on Instagram.
Because I don't think Twitter has close friends yet. Because everything on Twitter is just like.
It's
You
random.
cannot open your Twitter
It's-
account on a train. Bar, like, I don't
Yeah,
care who
100%.
like,
So
bro.
I wanted to. We have women on the podcast.
Right.
This episode. And I wanted to get their perspective on
Yeah.
the ins and outs of Twitter,
See, I don't have a Twitter,
and then
so
we
Instagram
gonna try
close
to.
friends. You got
close friends, though.
yeah. But I never use close friends. But okay,
But
we
you
get
got
into
close
it.
friends.
Oh, yo, hold on. Okay, hold on. All right, we're gonna get into this. You gonna
Yeah.
use
So
close
let's
friends.
break it down. So close friends is this thing on Instagram where you can't select a number of people to be a part of your private story,
Yeah.
right? You come in on green and it's basically like whatever you want to put out, they can only see.
Yeah. Only the people you selected.
Yeah.
Right.
And that could be anywhere from 1 to.
However, I don't know the end amount.
Yeah.
But yeah, so guys and women are like have these close friends. So like what like me personally, I don't understand adding somebody on Instagram or following somebody on Instagram, and then you have a Instagram in your Instagram.
Yeah,
Right.
that's ridiculous.
Like what? Like what type? Like what is that? What's the point in that?
And that's new, right? So
Yeah, pretty new.
Well,
Are you familiar? Are you familiar with the close
I
friends?
was not familiar with that because, like you said, it makes no
You
sense.
unapologetic
to me.
and you be
Yeah, I
posting your
don't-
shit. You be like, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't really
Take
care.
it or leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that feature was created for people who have like thousands and
Sneaky.
millions of followers. Well, yeah, that
You said
that
sneaky.
too.
you get into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get into
Yeah,
it.
no,
Don't-
no.
You
don't-
right
don't-
here.
don't-
Let's get
We
into it.
here. This is a podcast.
I mean,
man.
no,
Step
I
out.
don't-
Shit gets, but your body is.
I
Somebody
just feel
inside,
like
baby.
I don't know. Maybe it's for people who have like thousands and hundred thousands of followers, like celebrities, and they may want to post something and share something on their Instagram, but not to the public. I don't know. Do you?
I don't know. I haven't used close friends, but I've like seen other people use it, and
Do people have you added on their close friends?
Yeah, that's when I could tell.
What kind of what kind of things get posted on the close friends?
But it's the regular
Right,
stuff.
that's what I'm-
like it's nothing.
We gonna get into that because
vulgar or like
Yeah.
rated R
Yeah.
that they posting. So I don't understand. I don't. People just do things that feel important. I don't know.
There you
I
go.
get it. I got a close friends though. I ain't gonna hold. I guess I'm the
So
odd
what
man
you
out.
post on your close friends that you don't on
You
the
got close
regular?
friends?
Yeah.
Oh, you not in it.
I'm not on it. Oh, hold the fuck on.
Hold on, I gotta put you on there.
Hey, Spence, hold on, Spence.
I forgot.
I know this shit.
I forgot.
What's going on, nigga?
I don't know.
That's my opening nice voice. I'm about to move to y'all shit. Fuck that. You have this podcast. Fuck that nigga. Bag buds, man. Bag buds. Take this.
I might have forgot to add you on that motherfucker, but nah. I mean, I don't be wilding on my close friends.
What you
Like,
doing on that shit?
She turning red.
Yes.
no, like on my close friends, right? I might post like pictures of me and my family, right? That I don't want the world to see.
Wait.
Wait, what?
So then,
Shit needs like it. Clean this up. Somebody clean it up. Clean up before you get Joe. Clean it up.
I'm saying, like,
So you don't want nobody to see your family? Like you have,
Nah.
like your kids or like
nah, you gotta,
your
come on,
mom?
stop.
You got kids?
The apocalypse, no, relax, please.
I-
Don't.
I don't. So you
I
got
don't know.
close friends. I don't know
I
about
got
that.
a little bit
You
of
got
time,
kids. I don't know
get some
about that.
money.
This is your podcast. I don't know about that. What's
Nah,
going
listen,
on?
no, like, you know, I might post like a pic of like a picture that's like very special to me. Like
Like what? Like you're not
Me and
saying
my grandmother, me and my mother. I don't want nobody to know who my mother is. My mother a teacher.
Okay.
Like, I don't want nobody who, like, my mom probably failed you or something like 10 years ago. Like, oh, yo, that's that nigga mama pop on this
That
nigga when he
you're
come out the
dragging
school.
it. That doesn't make no
But
sense.
I'm saying that's me. But I don't be wilding on my close friends
so,
too.
but
Like,
why would you feel the need to post it on close friends if you don't want everybody to see it? Why are you posting it anyway?
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
listen, I be in precarious situations in my life, so I'm not going. You're not about to
Yeah,
get on this
like,
podcast. You're not about to come on my podcast to get me in trouble. So, anyway.
Just asking.
All my close
Yeah.
friends, it's just pictures of my family. That's all. Just pictures of my family, and you know. But sometimes I think a close friends is necessary, right? Because it's like, what if I don't want to have what if I can't have a group chat on Instagram with me and my boys, right? And I may be, you know, like I may be sending y'all
What
something.
do you mean you can't have a group chat? What you
But
mean?
like I'm saying, like if the features weren't as such, right?
Nigga, the features is as
nah,
such,
I
nigga.
need my man to know that I'm sending it to him. So if I send you something, listen, boy, we got a group chat with friends, right? Where we
Yeah,
talk
we
about
do.
Bible
Okay.
scriptures and loving our woman, the woman in our
the
lives,
fuck
and
he did.
uplifting
He
the
lying.
Women's HERstory Month.
You being
sponsored by-
serious?
Yeah, no, that's what we do.
Let me
I don't
see.
even read the
Let me
Bible,
see.
but they send me
She
good
needs
Bible
to
shit.
ask a
Let me
question,
see.
boy.
Hold
Go to group chat.
on.
that's very mature of y'all. If y'all definitely.
That's
have a
all we
group
do, and we
chat.
talk about how to like build businesses
I'm not even
and build
Christian.
Black generational wealth and
You said you're not.
No.
So
What
what do
are
you
you?
subscribe
I'm Muslim.
you
to?
need that.
See?
Bible
So
verses.
you lying.
No, it, like, you know, I use the term Bible loosely. The Bible
Don't.
could be Quran too, you know.
Do not use
You
the
know,
term Bible loosely.
I'm saying like, you know, but yeah.
All right.
I respect that.
Our men's group chat is about uplifting Black women and Black and building Black generational
Well, it is about. I will say it's definitely about uplifting Black women. We have a very
Women's HERstory.
heavy conversation on that.
Right,
like
Women's
regardless
HERstory.
of Women's HERstory Month.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just like I feel like there's something that isn't talked about as frequently and should be talked about because I feel again I was telling my boy this the other day that women and men are equal. He's like his question was why are women so complicated? I'm like
Oh, I seen that.
I'm like
I know you talking.
men are simplistic, so women are complicated.
Balance.
As balance.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We
Socrates.
both can be
Yeah,
complicated.
Socrates.
We both can be simple because then there'll be no need for you. There'll be no need for me. So if you don't have a balance to it, then it makes no sense.
I see what you're
Women's
saying.
HERstory Month
and it makes
still.
things interesting.
Do you think that women are equal to men?
Hell no.
Yeah,
Mm.
I
In what way?
don't think to be high. Yeah.
I don't want to be equal to men in a certain
Right.
open the door for me.
That's real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I appreciate that because so many women I have conversations with women like that, and they like, yeah, nah, I want to be able to open the door for men.
I thought
It's
she was
like-
gonna say the opposite, not that specific, but I thought
Right,
she said the opposite.
right,
like
right.
no, women are, but like
Say
I like
more
that.
about that though. Say more about that.
I want the man.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know what
I
that means.
want my
Going like
man.
this, like my back booking or
It's
some
the
shit.
Duce. That's the Duce.
Nah,
You
look,
listen,
chill,
we-
Spence, I need new chairs, Spence.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be equal to men at all. I want to be treated better. I'm sorry.
Not even necessarily better. It's just I want to be catered to, and I want to be
valued.
the
You
what's
want
the
flowers
word?
sent to your job.
The sunflowers, the sunflowers.
There you go. Exactly.
Yo, listen.
Whoever-
Make sure y'all
whoever
listening.
DM,
Shanice's on the right hand side. She got the
DM.
blue. Just look at the YouTube channel. They telling y'all what they
She
want.
said she like snake plants, right?
Yes.
They
Snake
telling y'all what they
plants,
want.
sunflowers.
They both start with S.
We
podcast.
like to be
Nice
S.
voicemail podcast.
Bag Brothers, the S is in the bag. Come
Yes.
on, man.
We want to be wooed and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, like in the work field,
Right.
I feel like that's where women want to be
equal to
equated
men.
to men. I don't think any other time.
I don't think domestically. Well, there might be some women out there who mean domestically, but not this
that's
one.
true. Yeah, that's true.
Come over and come fix this VCR. I'm saying
Okay.
VCR like
Yeah.
niggas still work
Nah,
on
nah,
VCRs, but you
That's
know what I
respect.
mean.
So do you feel like there's like men should do something and women should do like
Gender
they should-
roles,
Yeah, gender
basically.
roles. Gender roles.
I believe that there are gender roles.
And what is that specifically?
Like what she just said.
Like fixing things, right? But so in a nutshell, you guys want to be equal in the workplace.
That's it. The bag,
Yeah.
Okay.
coin.
Yeah.
I respect that.
There you go.
chicken.
Bag
Women's
brothers.
HERstory.
Right. Got you.
Happiness is rich, health is
And
wealth.
intellectually,
Consequence.
Peace of mind is the real bag.
come on now.
That's
So-
how y'all end it.
That's our motto. Come on, you know what's going on. You need one of those. You need to get your people.
Okay,
to
where's
Y'all
this
got
merch?
We
Yeah,
got
y'all need to
y'all.
contact-
Hold on,
Get
we
your
got
people
y'all.
to contact our people, and we gonna.
Our people's the email. Just click the email.
Yeah.
I'm contacting
My
you
attorney
back real
will
quick.
respond to you with a
You the
whatever.
attorney?
Yeah.
Got you.
What size you wear, Clarissa?
I am a schmedium.
We don't got no medium. We got
Girl,
medium and small.
I cannot make no medium. It's just medium or small or medium. Which one is it, girl?
Shanice, what size you wear, girl?
A medium. That's in guys, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you
medium,
unisex,
small.
you know.
Yeah.
So medium, small.
Medium.
I go with a
And then what's your
All right,
number?
bet. But okay, so it sounds like they want to be
Same thing,
equal
everybody's the same.
So they gotta be equal with
Intellectually.
You gotta be equal with the
intellectually and
sweaters
in the
too.
workplace, but
Yeah.
And with the sweaters,
you guys are still for
hey,
gender roles.
You gotta be equal with the sweaters. They gotta get.
Y'all got to get sweaters because we have sweaters.
So you
Sounds good.
and
saying?
we got to get. All right.
see what I'm saying?
A lot of money going out, no money coming in, but okay.
That's
like-
podcasting.
I don't
It's
know
all
how
right. In the
I don't know how
beginning,
people
it's
supposed to pay
fine.
their bills. My bills is due, and he's just giving out sweaters. But okay.
It's an investment. How about that?
Oh.
ROIs.
Oh my God,
There you go.
Hey Arnold,
she a jeweler.
another one.
Another one.
So
You said she's a what?
She's
So-
a jeweler.
so-
So
sometimes, not all the time.
Yes.
Sometimes when you have guests on,
yeah, they
we
they
have
get
things
elevated.
They get elevated to something called a jeweler.
Oh,
Right.
nice.
The jeweler
have spicy
is
Shopping gems?
the
Yeah.
jeweler drops fucking gems. They make gems. They in the fucking.
They
Yeah,
Elianti,
the
they Aviani, they Jacob,
They put the shit inside the fucking
they
shit to make
Greg
it hot.
Una.
They
Hello?
like this, boom.
Uh-huh.
Take it out. They
With the
hit it
glove.
with the fucking thing.
Hit that shit with the mallet.
Gotta slow it
Put
down
the
and
diamonds
shit.
in that motherfucker.
Put on
Bust
the
it down.
fucking chain.
Boom.
Is she dropping it? Chris always dropping it.
So yeah, I think you've been
that's
elevated
cute.
to jeweler.
I'm with it.
So you're a jeweler now.
Yeah.
All right.
Shanice, are you gonna match her energy and give
Why are you trying to make this a competition?
It's not a competition because we
Why
offer
would
women
you do
empowerment.
that? We wanna
be
We
equal.
trying
We wanna be
to establish
But
equality.
now you're just making it seem like she's higher than me. You
No,
want to catch up? Like,
all
damn,
women are on the
I
same
might
playing
not.
field. We love all women. We support all women.
Oh wait, are all women on the same playing field?
Yes, for me, sir.
Do you feel that way?
No.
Oh,
I don't either.
you've been challenged.
What?
Welcome to the day challenge.
All right.
Not every woman has the same mentalities. You can't say that. All women are not on the same playing field.
And we all were given different cards to deal with.
Okay.
I am not on the same playing field as Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
I wish I
You
was.
You are Black Queen.
No, she was born into a whole
Black
bunch
Queen.
of shit.
I'm
Black
not
Queen.
taking nothing away from myself and how I
Exactly,
and
that's
how
all.
I deal, but
Okay.
I'm just being realistic. I was not giving the same opportunities and cards that she was given. So therefore, our playing field is different. Our struggle is different. When I wake up and brush my teeth, what's on my mind is different from
Use
what's
a
on her
fucking
mind.
Colgate on that shit.
You understand what I'm saying?
I use that Arm & Hammer. I use that Arm &
on.
Hammer.
Hey,
What
with
you
them
talking
Colgate on
about?
that ass,
Colgate
man.
ain't for black people. Colgate so black people.
Would
They
you
don't
use
want.
Crest, nigga?
I use Arm & Hammer because that shit gets your teeth
I
out.
actually
Alright.
like Arm &
Arm &
Hammer
Hammer's not
products.
bad.
So Arm & Hammer products, their
You are
products are
going outside,
actually
girl, 'cause
really
you don't
good.
seem like you
I
with
use
me.
Arm & Hammer deodorant. I don't know about
Yeah.
toothpaste, but the
Like, you
deodorant.
how you gonna use
Paraben
it?
free.
Yeah.
All right. We gonna loop back in. We need a sponsorship from them too. Duce, Ace of Spade,
Arm and
Essentia.
Hammer.
You know, we need that. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it when you break it down like that. I'm talking about just as far as like society goes, like with
Well,
devaluing black women.
Oh, let's do that, right? So now that you said that, this was like maybe like a week ago, but Lil Baby was walking through the crowd of one of his concerts, some shit
No,
like
not
that.
Lil Baby.
The
The
Baby.
Baby.
I'm sorry,
Let's
the
get
baby.
into that shit.
I'm sorry,
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, bro.
no,
She's like that. She's like, look,
let me
look.
put some of this-
She put her rings back on so she can slap Lil Baby in his head. Look.
The Baby, sir.
Whatever that nigga name is, man. The baby, Lil Baby,
Not a baby.
Reezy F Baby. Fuck all them niggas, man. They same person.
Relax.
But
That's my nigga
I
Weezy right there.
what? You know,
That's
his
his
last
nigga
album was
Weezy,
fucking
relax.
trash.
Boy, would you get to The Baby?
My fault. So the baby, he's walking through his little concert, whatever he's walking through, and I guess like a woman put her phone like on his forehead. It's not funny, but it's funny. And he slapped the shit out of her.
He slapped the shit out of her.
Like when I say the shit, like her face. You know how you like watching boxing, and Mayweather. Yeah, make sure she get all the Duce, and make sure she gets
No,
some
he
too.
gave me some.
No, you need to get a little more. Get a little more over there. And you know how they slow it down in slow mo, and like Mayweather like punch somebody, and his whole face like collapse, and it's like and the stick come out.
But we don't want
That's how
to
she
make
looks.
light of this. We don't want to make light of this.
Nah, I'm not even like, but that was like how do you, as black, unapologetic, strong women, how do you guys feel about that? Are you guys like, yo, the baby's cut off, he's clipped, like, we ain't fucking with that nigga no more? Like, what
I
you
feel
think?
like I don't hold grudges against people. Clearly he has anger issues.
Okay.
That's all that is. And he was probably peeved or whatever before the show or whatever the case. Or just peeved, period, because fans are mad disrespectful. You have the phone all in my face while I'm walking. Like, relax. He didn't have to slap her like that. But I'm not going to be like, I'm not listening to him no more.
Yeah, all right. So that was my question. You're not
No.
going to stop listening to The Baby.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
No,
So
I'm.
you can I'm sorry, Claire, I'm
ahead,
gonna get
go
you.
ahead, go
You
ahead.
can separate music from artists.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
So give it to
I
me.
still
What's
listen
up?
to R. Kelly. Mm-hmm.
Chill out.
Saying I still listen
She
to
still listen to R. Kelly.
You still listen to R. Kelly?
Hold on, because that's a whole different conversation.
Is she separating music
Yes,
from
but she
artists?
celebrate music from
Exactly.
artists, right? Girl, you got enough lemonade.
No, you gave
Yo,
me
yo,
mad do
Yo, relax.
That's how you
relax,
gotta do it.
Relax, cause
Y'all
you
just planning on
Whose
taking this
idea
home
was
or
it to
something?
mix
that you gonna take it
Sorry.
home. You taking it home. How about that?
Whose idea was it to mix Duce with the lemonade though?
That's what we do.
Jay-Z.
We usually do. Yeah, Jay-Z, Hov.
He came up with that concoction.
You say
and then-
Lemonade.
and then-
Beyonce had an
and then
album
we-
called Lemonade, talking about my man
That this-
supposedly cheating because black men
Is
don't
that you
cheat.
like
This
it?
ain't it.
Why not? What you like with Duce?
Straight.
Well, we gotta get another.
You from Brooklyn? You from Brownsville?
No, hell
You got a Brownsville energy. I like your
I'm
energy.
saying it's like we gotta
Is
get
that a good thing?
That's a beautiful thing. Mike
Having a-
Tyson, Zab Judah,
Yo.
Riddick Bowe. Who else?
Bruce Carrington.
Bruce Carrington.
Um,
Flashback.
Me being from the Lower East Side, you hear things about Brownsville, it ain't
You got
nothing
too much.
positive. So you telling me
Come
I got
through.
a Brownsville
Come through
energy?
New Lights
That
and
is
Mother
not
Gas.
a
You gonna show you a good
positive.
time.
All right, hold on, sweetheart.
I'm just saying, no shade.
Hold on.
I'm just telling you I'm on the outside
Listen,
of the box looking
Nah,
in.
the LES is
Nah,
privileged.
A lot of people be
bad.
fucking shading Brownsville.
Right.
I get it.
It's
but
funny.
yo,
It's cute.
It's cute.
see the
You know what I'm
gram.
saying? But like, some real niggas come out of Brownsville. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I respect
Yeah,
Black
it.
Brothers
respect-
Podcast.
Back Brothers Podcast.
Forged by the Fire of Brownsville.
You guys don't really act like you're from Brownsville or East New York. So
What's
that's
that?
What
What
you
does that
think?
mean?
What you think?
mean
Yeah,
act
what
like?
you
What
trying to
does
Because
that
say?
they
mean?
are
Stereotype
hood.
black men?
Like, come on, y'all.
What? Who hood?
People from Brownsville and East New York. Are y'all from the new gentrified part?
Nah, I'm
Nah.
from Brownsville
I'm
from
from
95.
95,
Yeah.
facts.
That's how old are y'all?
I'm 37.
I'm 35.
I don't know how much.
Y'all don't
Y'all not
smell
that
like
old.
weed.
I'm 37.
You're good.
You 37 years old?
35.
Yeah, I follow the
I'll
dietary
be 30.
laws of the
I'll be
Honorable Elijah
35 in
Muhammad.
April.
Yeah, that's all. I'll be.
Are y'all serious?
Yeah, what you
You're
doing?
35. You're
I'm
34.
about to be 38. Yeah.
You're 37.
Yeah, I'll be 37 May 29th.
What year?
Exactly. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I carry the one.
Thank you.
hold on.
Because I'm like, ain't no way in the hell he's
20,
37 years
minus-
old.
Like carry the one minus 2.
Like, how much is 20, 29, 37?
He said, "What year? Yo, anytime I ask you what year,
Yo, I was literally trying to keep
you
it in
got
my
the
head.
answer your head already. It's over.
Exactly.
You should say like 85. She would know no
Right?
difference. She would have
Exactly.
knew no difference.
She would have counted
Oh,
after,
they-
like, wait, hold
all
on.
right,
time
all
out.
right. That nigga lying.
It's not funny.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, but we from East New York and Brownsville when it was the East New York and Brownsville that you heard about.
You know,
and it
you know-
still ain't even gentrified.
I was about
like
to
that
say
in
that.
Brownsville.
But you know what's
East
crazy?
New York, maybe.
It's crazy that you mentioned that though, but as you said, what you said about Brownsville, it's crazy you mentioned that because like before, like I didn't like to say I'm from Brownsville. Not gonna lie, right? Every time I say Brownsville, they're like, from Brownsville?
Yeah.
I'm like,
It comes with a
certain like,
with a-
yeah.
right.
Negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now when I say I'm from Brownsville, people are like, are you from Brownsville? And I still be like, yeah, I'm from Brownsville. Like, but look who I am. Look how look how I
Yeah.
represent myself.
It's not where you
Yeah.
start.
You know what I'm saying? So people could say what they want to say about Brownsville, but like this, you can come out of Brownsville. It depends on how you move and what
Absolutely.
you're doing
Right.
with your life. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things that's go negative everywhere.
Everywhere.
I heard five.
You know what I'm saying? But it's,
Like
it's what
East
you make of
Flatbush,
it.
a lot of
And
nonsense.
we've this is my best friend for like what,
12 years.
12 years. So
2008.
we've been through like the worst of the worst.
Right.
Right? And we so happened by the grace of God to be able to come out of it.
Right.
So, you know, it's all about what you do with it.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. I commend you guys
Respect.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
and you in law school.
Word.
So
You know your penal code?
Yeah, but listen, man.
You got your penal
you-
code?
We ready.
All right.
We ready. We doing this for us.
I know some. I got some penal code.
Okay. We gonna
Ask him,
talk-
what's your penal code, friend?
This ain't
No, no.
this ain't podcast. What year I was born again? 1985. 1985. Don't worry about it. What was the original question though?
We talking about the baby, but so
Oh yeah. So Clips, how you feel about it? Sorry,
please,
I'm sorry.
she's yeah.
Honestly, I think he's getting out of hand. I think he's taking the fact that he's a celebrity. He has a celebrityism for granted. This is not the first time he just has like randomly slapped someone.
Is that the guy from the hotel? Is this him?
What guy from the hotel?
That who was? There was a rapper walking in the hotel, and a guy that worked there had a phone in his.
That's
face,
the baby,
something
yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
That's the
he's
baby.
wilding. Like once you get to a certain status and you get in a certain type of bag, it's just certain things you cannot bring from your old lifestyle to your new lifestyle. And it's like, this is a female. You have daughters. This just exemplifies how you treat women. Okay, she had a phone in your face. You're a celebrity. You should be immune to this. You have
Respect.
security. Like you're
No.
doing too much.
But I
He
think
should be immune to what extent though?
Yeah, I don't
What's the
think
limit on that
They're not
immunity?
gonna agree
Okay,
with
then-
that.
He's still human.
But you
He
human,
is still
exactly.
human, but I'm sorry. I feel like when
Yeah.
you're a celebrityism, you know what you're signing up for.
You
That
should
does
have
not
a
give.
higher tolerance. For
You
the
should have a
bullshit.
higher tolerance for it. You
I think he should have handled it a different way.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm not mad at him for being human. Like, yo, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
Type vibe.
Yeah, you can react, but that does not give you permission to be
I
putting
agree.
your hands on people.
I agree.
And this is not the first time. If
And
it would have
I-
been the first time,
yeah,
you'd be like,
right.
And I think a security guard should have been more like surrounding him so that can't happen.
That's a fact. And if it was a nigga, it probably would have came out a different way.
Yeah, people would have been like,
You're
all right,
not
well,
slapping a
yeah.
nigga like that,
he's
bro.
not gonna be satisfied until he slapped the wrong nigga, and that nigga slapped his
Yeah.
ass back.
Yeah.
That's when he gonna settle down.
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
getting out of hand. I mean, will I still listen to the baby if it's some fire? Yeah. But he's bugging.
But I think that's real though, because I think so many people stand on this high horse. Like R. Kelly is a very different case, right? But it's
Well,
like so
she
many
still
people.
listen to R. Kelly. So she
Right,
don't give a
no,
fuck.
but again, respect
Bro,
to her for
she's
being
telling
real,
us, she
right?
like this.
There's a lot of little bump
I
and
don't give a
grind.
fuck what you
Yeah,
saying.
bump and grind when he sent them sunflowers to work.
Good night.
He sent a little voice note with the bump and grind playing in the background with the picture of the jacuzzi.
Grind on me.
Nothing wrong.
That's good. Y'all romantic. You romantic on the low. That's cute.
But no, I like because that's always been a thing for me. It's like, how do I separate?
Could you stop?
You shut up with that. You cannot be singing R. Kelly on this podcast. This woman's HERstory, man. R. Kelly has done egregious things to women,
Egregious
black women especially.
Egregious, another word. Look it up.
Yeah, please.
Spell it.
Shut up, fool.
I know how to spell it.
But now for me, that's been something that I always wrestle with, is like being able to separate the artist from
The
music.
his
artistry.
personal, right?
Well,
Because
would you say same thing about Chris Brown?
yeah, because I ain't 16.
You
I wasn't
know-
a 16-year-old girl trying to
you
go
know,
over there.
You know you look like
do-
him a little bit, right?
Nah, I don't look like him. I look like me.
Shouldn't he
That's
like
a
Chris
fact,
Brown?
right? You
Nah,
do.
There you go.
I see it. I see
No,
it.
but again, when
Go like this.
Yo, he's
You
Go
can
ahead.
dance too.
Yeah, you can dance. Don't funny shit.
Nah, I can't dance.
When he like,
Oh. Okay.
That's what he was doing in the spot last night, like a damn jackass. I got videos. Don't
Y'all
worry
went
about
last
it.
night.
Where was y'all
why
at?
you asking? Yo,
Where
relax,
y'all
boy.
went?
We was,
Yo,
we
relax,
do back
man.
brother thing.
Talk
Good
We
night.
can't talk.
on this
We can't.
motherfucker.
Yeah, we can't be saying it
Off
on
air.
offline.
Off
Gotcha.
record.
Yeah, but no, for me, that's always been something that I wrestle with. It's like separating the artist from the music.
Yeah, but Chris Brown also like he.
Why you
changed-
keep like I'm being a
Oh,
car
I'm just-
doing
I'm-
80 to Chris Brown,
I'm
say
just-
goodbye or
Yeah,
something.
listen
Like,
to
what's up with you?
what is it? Chris Brown and Drake song? What is this song?
No guidance.
No
No
guidance.
guidance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
listen
that's
to
the
No
one you
Guidance.
fuck with it, right?
Nah, when I got a nice, beautiful young woman in the car with me, but I ain't riding around by myself.
You like
bumping
him
no
with
guidance.
just hate?
That's my shit.
Nah.
That's my shit too.
Yeah.
You like that, man?
Even
You
when
riding around
he
bumping
did
to
that
that?
to me,
That shit is alright.
Nah,
But I
that's
think
not
you don't think he involved from like, and I put
Again,
and I put up.
I-
Hold on, I put up today. I was like, can you judge somebody in their past?
it's twofold for me, right?
Okay,
Because
talk about
like
it.
Charlamagne always says, like, if this generation would have never let Malcolm Little become Malcolm X. So that's always my like barometer for stuff, right? Because I understand. And again, I was young, right? I'm still young. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still working on being the person that I want to be. And even going back to when we had the episode about is forgiveness overrated. And I had conversations outside of that episode, and it changed my opinion on like, is forgiveness really overrated? Because I want to be forgiven for the things that I've done in the past, right? Like we all are young, right? We all are still growing every single day. But for me, and again, I'm gonna just be honest. Like R. Kelly, I can't get with, just because the content, the things that was going on in his real life was bleeding into his musical content. Things like "Age Ain't Nothing But a Number," right? And then when you
It's one of his songs.
yeah, age ain't nothing but like he wrote
that for
yeah, he
Aaliyah.
wrote that for Aaliyah. And again,
That's kinda
he
wild,
married
man.
Aaliyah as
What
an
you mean?
underage woman.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
Oh,
time
what you
out.
mean? Hold on.
How old
So-
are you?
How old are you?
About 35.
Yeah, 1985.
So you know,
1985.
you know his lyrics was, his
Nah,
life.
but our generation wasn't really
We didn't
on
know-
R.
we
Kelly.
d-
Yeah,
damn sure-
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
know.
I
Now
don't know
you
if you
do.
32 or nothing, but I mean, I
No,
ain't
but
that
now
old.
you-
yet.
32?
Yeah,
No.
she told me offline.
No, I'm not 32, but
Oh, dude.
We need the age. How old are you? How old are you?
Because you know too many R. Kelly. Name
no,
all the R. Kelly
no,
songs.
because I like to listen to lyrics. So I'm just saying, he sounded surprised when he was like, "Really, Asian number number?"
Nah, I never heard of that specific song. Like,
No.
Oh,
Really?
you young. How old are you for real?
You
For
still,
real?
I know, so I'm like,
14.
"How old are you?"
He about 14. Dumbass beard. That's them hormones that put
You
that
gotta be
chicken.
like
That's why we
24.
stopped putting in. That's why we stopped putting chicken in our bodies. Because we have hormones cause them to
fucking
grow that beard at
steroids.
14. That's a 14-year-old man right there. It's a man child.
That's real though. Them
Nigga,
fucking
what?
steroids.
But no, like again, like for me, R. Kelly is like a hard no, right?
Okay.
Like I cannot separate.
Shanice said that he a hard yes.
What's your favorite R. Kelly song? Whoa, chill out.
You said a hard yes, nigga. He ain't say that.
What's your
Yeah,
favorite
I
R.
still
Kelly
listen.
song?
I mean, I don't have a favorite. He has classics.
But she
so.
got the like when you
He
go
has
on
a
her, you go to her iTunes. You know how you download music.
The R. Kelly is the top
He
one.
the first one.
You fucking with R. Kelly or no?
stand
I ain't even gonna hold you. I do not press skip on an R. Kelly song.
What's your favorite R. Kelly song? Talk to me. Give me one.
Oof,
Give me one.
oof, yeah, the oof.
We don't really have one.
You damn well you have
The
one.
one that I have,
Bump and
it's
grind?
too many.
You like
It's
Bump
too
and
many,
grind?
but
You like that shit?
yeah.
You say that.
You like
That's
Believe
actually
I
one
Can
of my
Fly?
least of my favorites of his songs.
Wow.
Is it because of you learned later that
No, all of his fucking songs are related
about
to his
sex?
sexual activity.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
When
get
a
it.
woman's fed up, that's one of my favorites.
tough.
I'm not
kinda
gonna hold you.
fucked up
I
though,
fuck
son.
with when a woman's fed up.
Why?
My uncle used to play that.
Imagine he
when
was
he
doing
was
some
going
shit
through
to
his
woman
little
and they fed up
situation.
of it. He keep doing it.
Huh?
If he was doing what he's doing, yeah,
You'll
fuck
give.
that.
Well, you'll give a fuck because you still listen to it.
Right. Okay.
Cause the lyrics.
Because the lyrics are so real.
Yeah, but the lyrics is so real because it really happened. That's bad.
I mean, shit.
So as for the
That
baby,
happens.
y'all agree that y'all are not going to like skip his music when it comes
No.
on.
All right, so look. Are y'all saying that 90s Voicemail podcast is gonna have that for one of their
Two
closing
of the-
shits?
Say that again.
It's gonna have what?
Two of the three.
The song, yeah, we have a song at the end of the shit, right?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna have R. Kelly be one of those.
I
those
mean,
songs.
if it come to it, it come to
If
it.
it falls into the category
Yeah.
of and the
We're not
theme.
discriminating at all.
But what about your women supporters that be like, yo, Clarissa, Shanice, Janelle, y'all like,
Then that's okay.
we're not feeling that.
Because
We're not feeling that.
Go ahead.
We support y'all, right? Look, this is what they saying. Look, Clarissa, hold on. Before you at this.
Yeah, because you
anytime
feel
a girl,
it.
Anytime a girl go like this, you
Snatch it back in the air, girl.
Shut the fuck up.
Snatch it mid-air.
Shut the fuck up.
You lost yourself, brother. You lost yourself. Let me bring it back to you.
So if they be like, yo, if they deem y'all, I love y'all. Like, they want I've been supporting, but I can't get behind that.
Sounds good.
What y'all gonna say?
Okay. Sorry.
What y'all
Y'all losing that supporter.
It's life.
What if
I like
all right,
that.
let me retract that. Let me bring this to you, right? Says like 100 supporters. They going hard with it now. They flooding the fucking DM. They're like, yo, like, thought y'all was with us.
Commenting on the Instagram.
I thought they commented. Chris, they commented in the comments and shit like, yo, what's good with y'all? Shanice, what's good with you, bro?
Go, I'm gonna let you answer because maybe I got a different answer. But
Hold on, we
gonna
get both.
Are these supporters contributing monetarily to the podcast? Because at this point, if it's 100, if my mind has to go there to care enough about what the outside people are doing for me to change my platform that I created to have the free will to speak about what I want, there has to be money involved. Is there money involved?
There's money involved. But
they buy merch.
But wait, are you saying now because it's money involved?
When there's money
you fucking
involved,
with the money?
no. When there's money involved, it's a different type of conversation we got to have now. Because now there's people investing. It's investments now. Now
You fuck with the money.
it's a different type of conversation.
And rent
If there's
gotta get paid on it first.
you understand what I'm saying? If there's no money involved, then y'all could press skip and go to the next podcast.
Right.
I'm saying, like, I didn't create this platform to conform. I created this platform to have the freedom to speak and be who I wanted because, like you mentioned earlier, I don't necessarily always have that opportunity to do that work, even though I do. But it's my platform.
I created this.
Yeah, fuck you mean?
You're not about to tell me what to do, what I can and cannot.
When somebody
do.
say fuck you mean, I'll be angry as shit. What you talking about fuck you mean?
Somebody send you an email. I mean, I get that. I think that's the non-safe answer, right? Because it's like
People may not. Hold on, God. We gotta get Shanice answer though.
Oh,
See?
No, it's just the same thing.
She agreed.
But it's money involved though, Shanice. Like, you about to lose some fucking money, my nigga. You fucking with the funds.
That's what she said. If money involved, it's a different conversation.
Yeah, you gotta switch the.
So now you
But we
conforming
don't
to
really
money?
care. We don't care. I don't say we don't
you
care
about the money.
our viewership, our listeners, but we have free will, speech, freedom of talk, whatever the case, on our podcast. So
Freedom of speech, that's what it's called.
Thank you.
Freedom of will. Freedom of
speech. Free will, freedom of speech,
Free will.
whatever the
That.
fuck.
Free will the will.
I don't
You
know what
are
they're
not
doing on that
annoying,
podcast.
yo.
But no,
yeah.
I get that. I can respect that because I think it goes both ways, right? Like for us, there's things that I've gotten personal messages about, like things that I've said on the podcast, right? Like even as far as what you just called me, right? People take offense to that, but it's like I'm not here to debate my spiritual beliefs with you, right? And like you guys said, like I'm not about to shave down the way I interact with you. Because that's the whole point of the podcast.
That's the podcast.
We brung
Exactly.
the podcast into fruition based on our conversations,
Our
in the car.
ideologies and
when
shit
we
like that.
driving and we explaining shit to each other. You giving me shit, I'm giving you shit. So it's like
Exactly.
I kind of agree with that, right? And I think
Right.
that's going to be an unsafe answer because so many people will be like, oh, well, you got to conform to your listenership and you got to do what's going to make your
not.
listeners happy. But it's like at the end of the day,
Absolutely
this is
not.
our content.
Right.
This is our art. This
If
is
you
the,
fuck
this
with
is
it,
the
you
one
fuck
thing
with
that
it.
we control.
Right.
We don't control anything else outside of this room, but we control what goes out into the masses. So I agree with that. Like I'm not about to conform my content or mitigate myself based on whatever people.
Mitigate is a great word, by the way.
That's what I do on this
Right,
podcast.
so
it.
Cardi
Smell
B,
it.
would
Talk
y'all
to
stop talking about or listening to Cardi B? She's drugged and raped, not raped, but she's drugged and robbed people that she's dealt with after nights of partying or whatever the case. Y'all not gonna stop listening to her,
I
right?
don't listen to Cardi B.
Yeah, I
though,
don't listen
so
to Cardi B.
kinda-
I'm not getting in my car and like putting
No,
on
I
like
don't listen to
Bodak Yellow. But
Yeah.
again,
I'm glad y'all don't.
No, I wouldn't.
But yeah.
She ain't drug and robbed me.
Right.
So in other words, they ain't got to shit.
Not yet.
Like you said, it ain't affecting my money. Like
Right.
You ain't got a bone in that
my
fight.
rent still got paid on the first, so my
Right.
bill still got chipped off.
Exactly.
All respect to Cardi B, and again, that's what I said. Like content is such a tricky terrain to traverse because it's like this may not be the podcast for you.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's so-
This
and that's
podcast
okay.
may or
Right,
may not
be
be the
the
podcast for
right.
you. Right? Like I'm sure there's plenty of people who I know personally who may not support the podcast, right? And that's fine because this may not be for you.
There's 1,000 podcasts out
Right,
there. You're going to find
there's
some
actually
sense of
Facts.
like more than like I think it's like 1 million was the last time.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah, like there's
Million,
bro,
trillion,
you know, this is
whatever.
a podcast
Trend
on
now.
your phone. Like I could just start.
People like, almost
recording
start a
us in the
podcast.
car.
Almost start a
Right,
podcast.
yeah.
Like,
it's like a mixtape.
It's definitely oversaturated, but
listen,
it is what it is.
well, it's all about consistency. So
100%.
There you go.
consistency and content,
Yes.
the two C's. You
Big
know what I'm saying?
facts.
So if you're not, you can start a podcast all you want, but if you're not consistent or have content with it, then you're gonna fucking
I'm not
fail.
really-
And that's and fuck it. If you
There's
fail,
no
you fail. But
competition.
don't be like trying to be like, oh well, I'm starting a podcast today. Like, no, bro.
People really.
it ain't
How
that
long have y'all been
easy.
doing the podcast?
Since
9 months.
Yeah.
Okay, not even a year.
Almost a year. Yeah. you
That's
know?
so y'all
we actually
really still fresh.
launched our shit, and then we hopped on the plane right after.
Fact.
And then had a what?
Hopped on the plane. So we
We
like
released
when
our
we was in
first
the-
episode
Yeah,
at the
yeah, you
airport.
got it.
Oh, see,
Okay.
so y'all was like, "Fuck it,
Yeah,
we gonna
because
do
we
it."
weren't gonna release it.
We
But
was
it was
actually
like,
we was on the plane.
yeah, we were on the plane. I hit
So
the
I had the
button,
Wi-Fi.
and we was like, "Yo, let's see." Right when we land, where we were landing,
Yeah,
and it
By the time we hit the
because we did a
destination,
pilot episode like 3 months before that.
mad responses.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the time we dropped the first episode 3 months after that, and
yeah.
9 months later, going on 10. We
That's
36
dope.
episodes in, so
That's dope.
it's
By
been
that
a-
time we created merch, we've done
yeah, we done a launch.
several things. Did a
Listen, I'm
long
gonna ask
launch.
y'all, what's
She
the
coming on our
what's the
podcast soon.
question that he asked us?
What's the
What's
most
the
rewarding?
greatest? Yeah.
What's the most rewarding part of
What's the
podcast?
I think that I'm gonna go first. I think that having those people that they reply to the podcast, reply to the story, and be like, yo, like, thank you. Thank you for giving me the content. Thank you for giving me advice. Thank you for giving me tip of the week.
Yeah.
That I could feed off. Thank you for relating to me. Thank you for
Yeah.
speaking about the uncomfortable conversations. Because I think a lot goes on in the average person's life, especially the black person's life, and it's like, yo, like this shit is crazy,
Yeah.
and we all like black power, black this, black that, but we so uncomfortable with having uncomfortable conversations, and it's like it's needed. You have
Yes.
to have those conversations because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I think when I get shit like that to my personal page, to the Instagram page, it's like, yo, like, thank you.
Yeah.
I
You could
appreciate that.
appreciate that. Yeah.
That's
That
just
shit
me.
keeps you going. Yeah. What about you, Prince?
Same thing. I think the podcast for me provides a space of clarity and a safe space for me to voice my opinions and just sometimes come up like unload on the mic, right? Like between school, work, and just being who I am in the world and taking up this space. I think that can becomes burdensome. So it's like sometimes I come on a podcast and it's like we had an episode about being seasonally depressed.
Oh shit,
And that was something that I never thought. And for me, it was about opening up the conversation for black men specifically at that time because it's like, yo, like we two black men, right? And again, we occupy a certain space
Yep.
based on what comes with whatever the preconceived notions of who we are or how we supposed to behave in certain spaces.
Right.
So that episode for me was like really therapeutic almost. And like you said, like having other black men like, yo, bro, like I didn't know you feel like that, right? Because it's like I see you do this, I see you you moving around like this. I didn't think that was something that was actually impacting you because it looks like from the outside looking in, it's like you moving and shaking,
Good.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
to have to get that feedback and to know that. Because for me, like when we came up with the idea to start a podcast, it was just like, yo, if we could change one person's life, right? And I think
That's all that would matter.
yeah, I think as we reflect, even though it's only 36 episodes in, we've both gotten, messages and feedback from separate people. And I think this podcast is just like a avenue into changing someone's life. So yeah,
Love it.
that's it for me.
100%.
Yeah.
But this is not about us again.
Aw,
Yeah, it's about 90
that-
Voice on podcast.
But I'm sure your viewership wants to know, like,
Nah, yeah,
How y'all
respect, because
feel?
nobody.
Oh, yeah, they know.
Yeah.
Even though you stole our question, it just flipped it back.
I mean, it's only
But
right.
respect. I get it. I understand.
we do have an email segment I do want to get to.
okay,
Okay.
yes.
There you go. So I'm in a new relationship, and I love it here. Me and my boyfriend.
Not for long.
Me and my boyfriend were out, and he was approached by a guy at the bar. They embraced, and after looking, I realized I smashed the homie. Do I tell my boyfriend? So I stay silent and help. Wait, what?
Do I tell the
probably
boyfriend
meant,
or do I say
Or do I
silent?
stay silent and help?
Right. Oh, man.
Shanice, you could take that one away.
Tough.
Who
Get it
thought that?
one.
Y'all answering it?
No,
first?
you gonna answer it
Got it.
first. Because
Yeah,
this
you can
is
start that
all right.
one.
So just to provide context, this is a woman listener. She's emailing.
Everything's anonymous. We have a name
we,
here, but
we have
it's
a name,
anonymous.
but we
Yeah,
don't do
absolutely.
that. But she's emailing. So from what I understand, she's in a new
Smash
relationship.
the homie.
She's dating.
It'd be
She's
like
dating
that.
a nice, fine gentleman, and she runs into one of her
Shanice,
old
like, what the
flings
fuck's
or
going on?
whatever their case may be, and she wants to know if she should
Tell?
inform her
That's kind of
new-
wild, though.
her new boyfriend, or
What's the odds?
just keep silent, right? Yeah,
What are-
exactly. What are the odds? So please take it away.
I feel like it depends on how long
Oh
you've
my
been
God,
with the
this girl is
person.
Is she light skin?
This girl is not trying to tell her boyfriend. Oh my God.
So this girl's light skin. What does that mean?
Please, they
I
would.
feel like it depends on how long you've been in a relationship with the person if you're gonna tell them or not. Me personally,
No, shut up.
She giving two
Shut-
perspectives with one
No,
person?
shut up, please.
what?
No,
Give it two
finish,
perspectives.
finish.
No, because if it's a new relationship,
What's new? What's new? Define new, please.
new is from 6 months to a year. That's a fresh relationship.
And
But
that
that-
means that she
A
said
year?
it. So
You don't
6
know
months
the
to a year.
person.
Wait,
She was-
hold on.
Okay, all right.
Oh, come
Let
on,
me clarify.
Shanice.
No, hold on. Let me
Alright.
clarify.
Keep be living your truth.
New is okay.
Right, if that's what you think.
Yeah, maybe I
Damn,
dragged it.
Shanice.
Maybe I dragged it.
I didn't know you was like that.
I dragged it. All right.
A
So I
year.
dragged
Now
it
don't
with the year.
coach her. Don't coach her.
No, because
Let
I
me
need
hear what's
Clarissa.
going on.
Don't
No.
coach her.
Clarissa's my. I need Clarissa.
Oh, you know the, today.
alright. A year is probably dragging it. 3 months to 6 months is new.
Don't ask her for advice. You
Yeah,
just
no.
give what
That's
you want.
new.
Speak your
That's-
truth,
Listen,
sister.
don't talk.
No,
Don't
don't
talk.
tell her. Don't
New
talk.
rule.
This is our
New rule.
conversation. This
New rule,
is
don't
what
talk.
we
You wildin'. You trying
wildin'.
to
Trying to
you
get
didn't
advice.
use your $500 for a call for.
This ain't fucking Jeopardy.
Yeah, nah. What do
You
you
no
think?
call.
So
He's
if
like,
you
yeah,
so
I
basically
know.
what I'm understanding is that if it's a new relationship, you should not
Don't say
say
shit.
anything. You should keep silent.
It,
that you
like,
smashed
there's
the
so
homie.
There's so many things that factor in. If it's a new relationship and you've just, I don't know how long has she known the person. I don't know.
Let's just
She
say
know her
arbitrarily
for
6
3
months.
years and then
6
like
months.
she know her for 6 months.
Yeah, they got in their relationship.
And then they got a relationship, and it's what 3 to 6 months now.
Sure.
In a relationship.
Whatever
I'm
works
not
for you,
saying
sweetheart.
nothing. I'm
Nah.
not saying nothing. No, I'm not.
YouTube
'Cause
backwards
how-
podcast.
'cause
'Cause I
how-
need to, if you take her on a date,
you
just
don't know how long you've known. Okay, you know your boyfriend. Your boyfriend has a whole bunch of friends. You don't know all his friends. So if it's 3 to 6 months in a relationship, I'm not saying anything. If we're in a relationship for like
What if
2
if they say something?
Nah, hold on.
and I'd be like, oh,
hold
God.
on. So 3 to 6 months, you're not saying anything.
I'm not saying no. I'm not.
Gentlemen, YouTube Bag Brothers Podcast, we gonna tag her personal
She in the
Instagram
blue. She in the
and
blue.
her 90s
She in the
Voicemail
blue.
Podcast Instagram.
Because
so I
why
can
would I
know
say
that
something if
she
it's
is not
nothing? Why
telling
am I
you.
saying something?
What you mean if it's nothing? You
nothing-
smashed him.
We had how many? Do you guys
No, you
have?
gotta-
you
No, don't
guys
start
Don't
turn
come on this
around.
have
podcast and come
casual
on
sex?
doing that.
This is Back
What?
Brothers featuring
Do
back
you?
90
Y'all don't have,
voicemail.
you're in a relationship, right? For
Yes.
how long?
Almost a year.
Almost a year. Okay, before this relationship, have you had casual sex
I would say yeah.
and no feelings attached?
Yeah.
All right, there's nothing to talk about. Have you?
Yeah, but that's the but no, that's different. That's the homie though. He knew the nigga.
Right, that's different.
If you,
You said casual sex.
yes.
You didn't say the
But it's,
homie.
I guess it's casual sex
If
on
you had
heart.
casual sex with
Yeah, because
one of your
you didn't know it was
girlfriend's
the homie.
friends, you're gonna sit there and be like, tell her
I gotta tell what the fuck's going on.
that you fucked. There's no feelings involved. There's no nothing involved. Why does it matter? Why would you? Cause now you're gonna have your girlfriend think of like, damn, maybe
Alright,
he
cool.
was feeling her. Maybe did it.
Hold on.
What if
We
it
can't
is
get
leave it
involved.
at
We gotta give both sides of the
Listen,
spectrum.
hold on, you got pause on
It's
you. Pause real
360
quick.
degrees of the
Cause you
circle.
wilding the fuck out over there.
She gave us 180.
Take some time with that
Bring
fucking
it home.
coronavirus over there.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm
Talk
telling
to
my
me.
man.
You
I'm gonna tell him. And Shanice know I would give it up like that. I ain't even gonna hold
This
you.
is not playing out here, dog.
Oh
Yes.
God.
No.
Only because
Time out. I'm sorry. So all right, she tells y'all, then what?
No, don't fuck her off.
No, yeah,
Are you gonna get mad at her?
You
Are y'all gonna what? Y'all gonna be?
Hold
You
on,
gonna be
no,
mad
don't
at
try
her?
to flip it on us.
But I think that is
Hold on. Please.
I don't know. Me being me, like
Queen.
if I'm in a relationship, if I'm titled in a relationship, that means
principle.
there's a certain level of trust. And if
And
I
respect,
see that
and
you,
respect.
trust and respect. And I feel like if I see
Fuck
somebody,
outta here,
I know me,
Shanice.
I have a past. You know what I mean? We all have a past.
We got
And
past.
I know if my man that I'm trying to build with comes in
Trying to build.
and is in cahoots with somebody in my past, I'd rather you hear from me than you hear from him.
You need to take notes.
Because-
Where's your notepad?
There's no pad act.
Where's get your phone out, put them damn notes on.
Take
your
a big
phone.
ass.
First of all,
special ed pencil out.
I'd
I
rather
said
hear
it
from
depends
me.
on how. If it's the relationship is new, I'm not telling you. If we've been in it for
So-
a minute,
so let me ask
then
you.
okay, I might tell
Ask
you.
a P.
So cool.
You should have P on top of the hat, right? You mean Prince? Fuck out of here.
You heard?
Fan act. I'm high.
So
You got
It's
this
3 to
fucking,
6
you got
months.
this fucking tech
this came
shit
from the
on.
gym, man. So you came. So
That
this is
shit tucked into her fucking pants.
You mad
YouTube Back Brothers podcast, please. So this is a new relationship, right? When is the appropriate time to tell?
You know, she
your
don't
partner?
she don't give a fuck. She told you that already.
Right? No, but again, like I just want the men who are potentially dating you to hear YouTube Back Brothers
Potentially.
podcast.
I'm not dating
Apple
nobody,
Podcast,
so it's fine.
Apple Podcast,
Yo,
Back
I
Brothers
can
podcast.
say what I
Oh,
want to
she-
say.
she-
Feel how she
Cardi
wants to
B
feel.
song about-
Yeah, I see what's
She
going
had the
on.
cardi on.
I see what's going on.
What?
I see that. I see what's on that wrist. Anyway, so basically, you say you never gonna tell your boyfriend that you smashed.
She don't give a fuck.
I said it depends. There's a whole bunch of
What?
factors that line
Tell me
up.
the
If you
fact that
know,
you-
if you know your man, men are very. I'm sorry, maybe not the guys you know.
Just speak
maybe
general,
not
go
the
ahead.
guys you've dated, but guys I've dated, and I don't want to say I have a type, but they.
I listen to
fall
your
into the
podcast. I
same
know your type.
category. You don't.
What's
you
the
don't
tell,
listen to nothing.
tell.
I'm not gonna put it out there because I don't want her to get a flood
There's
of
a whole
DMs.
bunch of things that factor in. If I
Okay.
know how you're gonna react, I'm not even gonna. It's just like if you cheat on your girlfriend and you're gonna tell
Black
her or
men don't
not.
cheat. You talking to two black men?
I'm
man.
saying in general. I'm not saying y'all.
Listen
but
to
I'm
episode
saying
7.
in general.
Episode 7.
Episode 7.
All right,
707.
I'll take a
Black
listen.
men don't cheat.
Okay, black men don't cheat. You're absolutely right.
Black boys cheat.
What we say? We said
We
that too.
agree.
Black
We
men don't
agree.
cheat.
Yeah,
Black
right.
boys
Ladies,
that
voicemail
know.
times Back Brothers podcast, baby. That's what I'm talking about. YouTube Back Brothers podcast, Apple
Tune,
Podcast,
man.
Back Brothers podcast.
What's going on, man?
Anywhere you consume podcasts, baby. But guys, finish your point.
Who was baby? Lil Baby?
No, we know. Oh
Baby
yeah, Lil
and-
Baby, not the baby. We ain't fucking with him.
What about Weezy F Baby?
Nah, I'm
What
no,
about
I'm PF
Weezy
baby.
F baby?
You heard? I'm PF baby. That's what you
nigga
need to know.
crazy.
Anyway, finish your point, girl. So you not telling your man?
Y'all made me lose it. No, what, I forgot.
She said.
Potential-
Wait, hold on. She said because of how she know he would react.
Right. You right. How if I know my man, I'm not gonna tell him unnecessary shit. If it was something beyond just sex and like if the feelings were involved, then all right, I'm gonna have to be like upfront about it.
But
Yo,
if it was just casual
Wait, hold
sex,
on,
you're
hold
not
on,
saying
hold on. This remind me
For
of
what?
fucking that movie with fucking what's his name? What's the black Morris Chestnut?
Mm-hmm.
And it was
The
the
Wood?
No, not the what? Not the Wood. It was fucking wow, Morris Chestnut. I think was it Vivica Fox?
Two can play that game.
No, wow.
A thin line between love and hate. That's not
It's
it. That's
the
Martin
the
Lawrence.
brothers.
Okay, the brothers.
The
And-
Wood, no.
No,
That's
The
the
brothers.
brothers.
Oh, the brothers.
The brothers
with
and-
Tyrese.
right.
You
And-
really is
and-
37, huh? I ain't never heard of that damn movie. I
You never heard of
I
that?
saw Baby Boy, and then I saw motherfucking.
Nah, but hold on, God, right? So, Gabby Union was in the movie too,
Okay.
and she smashed the father,
Oh no!
but she never said nothing.
That's not brothers.
What this nigga talking about? He done
Gabrielle
made up his
Union
own
was in
degree.
the brothers.
He done made up his own
That's two can play
coronavirus
that
vaccine.
game. That's two
no,
can
it's
play
not,
that game.
That's
No,
too-
it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
I
It
know what
gotta
you
be
talking
two
about, but
can
that's
play
not
that
no
game.
brothers. I think you talking about four
Not
brothers.
Deliver Us
Oh,
from
Deliver
Eva.
Us from Eva. No, Merchant
Nah,
wasn't
yeah.
in that.
That's LL Cool J.
Yeah, I don't know what he talking about. You gotta clarify, bro.
It's called.
We looking on Google right now.
Yeah.
It's called The Brothers.
The brothers?
Yeah.
All right. Explain
Okay.
the synopsis because we got.
I didn't know
like,
Gabrielle Union was in
Yeah,
that
we don't know
movie.
what you talking about.
Is this movie?
Nah, we ain't
familiar?
never seen that. Nah, we ain't never seen that.
Oh, that's.
That's some BT
I
9
was just
o'clock
about
on
to
Sunday.
say that.
That's
BT?
not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We talking about the
The
one
brothers.
with the two white people and the two black people, right? with Tyrese.
That's what I thought you was talking
and
about. With
somebody else.
Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a different movie.
Yeah. It's a different movie.
Yeah, but anyway, Gabby Union smashed Morris Chestnut's father, and she didn't tell him.
Okay.
He told her.
The
I'm
father.
sorry. The father told him. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
And that's how in the final.
Yeah,
so the same
niggas
thing what
talk
you were
too
saying,
much.
right? What the fuck?
Niggas talk too much.
How?
Of course they do.
Fucking problem.
Gentlemen,
So what if the homie?
That
Niggas don't
and
even know how to
listen-
hold it down.
But hold-
sometimes.
her
but hold-
DMs.
What you mean hold it down though? Because he's telling his homie like, yo, like
I mean,
that's
it's
your
a
girl.
father and
That's
son.
guy code. Guy
That's a
code.
I'm telling
father
his son.
Guys
you.
will always do that. That's
Right.
why I'd rather beat you to the punch. I already know how y'all giving it up. Listen, babe.
I ain't even
gonna
Shanice, you
hold
being
you
real
up.
You in a
though.
relationship?
The home.
Yeah.
That's
the
why.
home-
You
the homie.
single?
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
like
I'm
$1
single.
bill, nigga.
Y'all see the dichotomy. Y'all see who.
Why
tell
are
it.
you trying to
Y'all see
rain
who
them
tell
on
who.
parade right now?
That
That they
Dichotomy.
smashed the homie.
Dichotomy.
Y'all see.
Open the fucking dictionaries. Nigga.
Exactly. Y'all see who
It's
tell her who they
fine.
Go to
smashed the
page
homie.
5, section
Right.
2.
Listen, at least she's living
Y'all
in her
are
truth.
against me.
No,
I
I
really
respect
don't
it.
appreciate it,
I
but
respect
that's
it.
okay.
I just want to forewarn my brothers in
Brethren.
the struggle.
My brethren.
My
Nobody's
Asiatic
gonna-
black
it's
men.
all right.
Listen, she's still trustworthy. You know,
Of
at
course,
least she keeping it a
100%.
stack.
She not going
She
right,
ain't
no,
lying.
100%.
Well, hold on. How's keeping it stack if she's not telling nothing?
About who?
I can't defend you. Hold on, Shanice.
No, I can.
No,
I can
number
defend
one.
that.
Here's number one. I'm not gonna put myself in that position. That's number one. But number two, if I am in that position, I'm not gonna.
She
threw me off.
Oh
I'm
my
God.
God. All right.
All right.
We get
All
that.
right,
We
go
understand
ahead,
where
go
you
ahead.
at. We understand where you at.
The girl need help in the email. Is she
Right.
gonna tell
So
him
do
or
y'all
not?
need? So final answer. Should she tell him or should she keep quiet?
I think she should.
Right. Because
You
she
say
want to
yes.
get in front of the bullet.
She said
Yeah.
yes. What'd you say, Shanice?
I think she should.
I think. Go ahead.
Clearly, she care about the guy enough to email. So if she
Wow.
care about him, avoid all
Fuck with
conflict. You don't want no smoke. Clear the smoke before it even begins. Let him know.
Well, the smoke would never clear. Rest in peace, my nigga Pop Smoke. But I give
You
what
got
you're
it.
saying.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Should she tell her boyfriend or no?
Go ahead. Tell him, girl.
Tell him. And risk your
Be ready for him
relationship,
to
but
break
also
up
be
with
able
you.
to gain everlasting trust because your man will be able to trust you.
If let me ask you a
Because he would
question.
never do that to you.
If
She wildin'.
your girl
got a
fucked
girl?
him,
No, stop.
You got a girl?
What's wrong with
let's
you?
be speaking hypothetically. If your
What's wrong with you?
girlfriend had sex with him, you would want her to tell you, and then what would you do?
I'ma just be like, yo, listen, baby girl, you're a beautiful young woman. You got a lot going for yourself.
This sound like
But
that.
seeing that you smashed my back, brother,
You
we can
can't
no
be
longer
with
move
her,
forward.
right? No, girls
Nah,
don't
you're not about
wanna-
to lock me down because I'm in law school and you trying. Nah.
No,
You gotta
nobody's
go.
even talking about your
automatically think-
accolades and
Time
nothing
out.
like that. Nobody's talking about that.
Throw
You
the
as a
flag.
person, feelings, emotions. If your girl had
Nah.
sex with him and she doesn't tell you, that doesn't mean anything.
This girl is sick. Oh my god.
I'm not.
So what if she
sick.
did tell you? Would that?
He gonna break
Nah,
up with her.
I'm
You
still
know,
breaking up with her.
she don't
Why?
want you to break up with her.
Because
Why?
That's fucked
masculinity is
up.
so toxic.
That's fucked
In a
up.
nutshell.
That's fucked up.
I wouldn't be able to get. And again, this is me speaking at 24, 25, right?
That's how old you are.
I don't know, maybe. I might be
Clearly,
7.
he's 24.
Oh,
Oh shit!
But
he got a baby face.
So we
If I
dealing
say
with- we
anything
dealing
about
with
it,
Gen
if I
Z.
you out, nigga,
I'm saying.
Gen Z.
Gen
Right.
Z.
No, but again, I think that's appropriate to know for context, right? Like I'm still growing, I'm
Yeah.
still evolving, right? The
Okay.
answers that I give right now might not be my answer next week.
Oh, okay.
Because
Okay. So then, yeah.
decisions are based on experiences.
You got it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So for
Clean that
me,
shit up nice for
That's
y'all
a
niggas.
fact.
Clean that shit
right
up nice.
now, right in this current moment, the day and the time of this recording, right, I would say that because my masculinity is toxic, right, and I'm willing to admit that I would not be able to move forward with a young woman who I've invested time and energy in, right, and be able to move forward with her saying that she had sex with my best friend. Right, which is a different context for me. If you say, "Yo, this the random son that we used to play ball with in 12th grade," it's kind of like, all right, that's a different context, right? But my best friend, toxic masculinity in tow, I would have to say no. We can.
So you wouldn't put no respect on her name if the fact that she told you.
It's still respect.
all respect
It's still
because we
but it's still
respect
like, yo, I
everything
can't
and
do it.
everyone.
Okay.
Right, but I'm just saying because I choose not to be in a relationship with you or move forward in the context of a romantic.
Doesn't mean I don't
situation.
respect you.
Right, it doesn't mean I don't respect you. I actually respect you enough to know that my masculinity is toxic enough to where it's gonna bleed into other parts of our
doesn't make any sense for us to go
engagement.
through that.
Peace out.
together.
So if
Peace
you
out.
if you fell in love with this girl, if you guys are in love, let's say
Janice, you about to waste your breath because you about to say the same shit.
no,
I'm telling you.
All right, so if you about to tell me, let me finish it.
Yeah,
let your listeners hear how toxic
YouTube
you
Bag
are.
Brothers Podcast.
Hello?
If you
Bag
fell
Brothers
in love
Podcast.
with a girl,
Yes.
if y'all in love with each other and she tells you, well, I had sex with Sultan and it was no feelings involved, it's just like one time drunk night, whatever. You gonna sit there and break up with her?
Yes.
You're in love with this girl.
He's going to
so
dub it.
do you know how you are damaging this girl by doing that?
Again, and
She
I
damaged
understand-
him?
Right.
No, how?
She kept it a stack
This
with
was
him.
No,
before
I understand.
him. You were before him.
Right.
Y'all she didn't know nothing about him. So why?
100%, right? And that's why I always preface my comments by saying my masculinity is
It's
still
gonna be
toxic.
I keep telling
So
you.
you're not
I would
mature
not be
enough.
able. Right? No,
It's not-
and
I don't
it-
think- I don't think-
That's
I'm
all
gonna-
it is.
I wanted to
Maturity.
say that I am not mature
not-
enough yet, right? Because I'm still growing. I'm still evolving every day, right? My answer may change tomorrow, right? I may meet a young lady that I fall madly in love
We
with.
gotta do a part 2, man. Because
Yeah, but again,
All right, got you.
for
Sorry,
me,
guys.
The concrete answer as of right now, as of the time of this recording, is no. I would not be able to move forward in a romantic relationship
That's
with that.
fucked
young
hey,
up.
listen, we gonna do a part 2 because like there's a
Yeah.
lot of shit that
and we
that
may
haven't-
bring that third
that
guest on
that haven't gotten answered, and I think a lot of questions that still
Yes.
like, in the air.
Yeah,
But we're gonna do a part 2
we
today.
gonna
Cut
figure
off right
something
now.
out.
Right.
90s voicemail podcast. Plug your shit in. Plug your Instagram in. Plug your
Yes, give it
personal
to 'em.
page in. Plug your
Run
Twitter
it down,
in,
run it
whatever
down.
is. Plug
Everything,
it in,
everything
girls.
will go.
So we have 90s voicemail podcast. It's the same way it's spelled.
Make sure you fucking follow them, yo.
Come on now.
I'm
Yeah.
playing with y'all.
I got
yo.
a
Add us
YouTube,
on
y'all
Instagram.
visual.
We
Give 'em
got
your
a
YouTube. Give 'em
The
your YouTube. They gotta see the
YouTube
beautiful
is not
woman.
all the way there, but
We still on there.
Listen,
we on
it's a
every
marathon,
platform.
not a race.
They're not playing.
Twitter.
Every fucking platform.
Yeah, we on
Instagram.
Twitter.
Run it down. Give it to
Instagram.
them.
What's up? What a Twitter? What's
It's-
What's the Instagram?
The Instagram is 90s Voicemail Podcast. Hopefully y'all can spell that. If you can't spell it, you don't need to be on the page.
90s.
And we're gonna
voicemail
tag it in the
podcast.
description of the podcast anyway.
Exactly.
And we're gonna tag them. So yeah, we're gonna tag their personal
Individual
pages.
page so y'all could
I'm not
highlight,
tagging your personal
um,
page because I seen it, and we not about to. We're not doing
Hun,
that.
I don't appreciate you guys are singling me
Don't
out.
say you. Don't say you. Say him.
It is you guys.
Stop, Shanice.
No,
Stop.
listen.
Stop. Stop the
So
foolishness.
90s voicemail podcast on everything.
On everything.
On everything.
On every
She
platform.
said if you cannot spell that, you do not need to be tuning into their podcast.
Straight like
Because
that.
It's for the education new and the initiated. And
Yes.
you guys are not a part of either group.
Where's that personal page?
Yes, give them your personal Instagrams.
So
Please.
mine is I'm Shanice. Mine is everything niece.
She
It's
not.
spelled.
She would not follow you back. By the way.
100%.
I will definitely follow you back. It's
100%.
spelled how it sounds. Everything niece. No spaces
They
and no
testing y'all
underscores. 'cause I'm the
vocabulary this
fucking
Niece.
original.
Nise. I'm sorry.
N-I-S-E. Niece.
Yes, and mine is Shine Like Me. Shine _ like me.
G-Sean?
Shine bright like a diamond.
You already know. Yeah, we out here.
What about your third?
What's
Your
y'all-
third. Your third.
Yeah, shout out.
Yes, shout out to
Janelle.
Janelle. She couldn't be here, but her Instagram is
Janelle.
bombshell J bombshell
Bombshell.
_ J. You
I'm trying
already
to say fucking
know.
Rihanna product or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we in here.
And what's your podcast as a collective? What's
They
y'all
said it
Instagram?
already, man. They got
They
to
said
ask them.
It's
They gotta
alright.
plug it again. Plug it again.
Prince not
Plug
paying
it again.
attention.
Plug it
Plug
again.
it in.
Y'all here.
Plug it
This
in.
woman's
Plug it-
HERstory
plug
month. Y'all
it
making
in.
HERstory. Y'all got a
Plug it
podcast.
in,
Y'all
plug
getting
it
money.
in.
Y'all doing the things y'all like to do.
Plug it in. Plug
They
it in.
crazy.
They got the Glade commercial. Go ahead, bro.
No
Go
fuck
ahead.
on
Yes,
sponsors,
you already
Glade.
know.
Come on.
90s voicemail podcast in
They're
the
not
building.
in the
What's
fucking
good?
building, man.
We are in the building.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hashtag BBGC. Hashtag BB30for30. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you keep it locked. Email bagbrothersPodcast@gmail.com. Any inquiries,
No, it's Back Brothers
questions?
Pod.
It's not. It's not
Podcast
I'm
is the
bugging.
Instagram.
You right. You wilding.
Let's get
Bag
it
Brothers
together,
Pod.
guys.
Bag
We
Brothers
had a long
Pod.
day.
Email us.
Bag
You know what's
Brothers
going on.
Pod.
Email
And
us.
if you go on the
At
Instagram
Gmail.
at the Bag Brothers
It's on
Podcast,
the fucking
there's an
front page.
email button. There's
Click
a
it.
tickets button. Get tickets. We're not having any event for a couple of months, but that was from
You
the
got
launch.
coronavirus. No coronavirus. That's why we have not having.
Right. So hit the email button on our Instagram page. Subscribe to our YouTube at Bag Brothers Podcast.
Instagram page. You use that Instagram.
Yeah, at the Bag Brothers Podcast. That's
you
the
go.
only time that is full. The email is Bag Brothers
All the
Pod.
content's on there. All of our
We're-
guests is on there. All the
Yeah,
beautiful
we're gonna
faces on
tag
there.
their personal Instagrams as well
Do
as
not-
their
make sure
their
you-
collective podcast.
Make sure you guys follow them.
Yeah, follow them individually. Follow them as a collective.
Yes.
My personal page is Sultan of Thrones. SULTANOFTHRONES. Follow me.
My personal Instagram is @xchampagneP. I'm gonna find a new Instagram later. Please stop
You
harassing.
popping bottles outside?
Oh shit! Hold on.
X Champagne P.
My smoke voice. Hold on.
I'm just saying.
This growl though.
Twitter
That's
game.
not
Twitter
right.
game.
Follow us
Twitter.
on Twitter at the Bag Brothers. No
What's your
underscores, no
Twitter?
periods.
What's your Twitter though?
My Twitter is at ___. Watch me work.
That's 3 underscores.
You know, because that's the number of understanding. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Bag Brothers Podcast.
Hey, I want to tune into this one. Trust me.
Yeah.
She needs you on the muscle shirt right now.
Good night.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna stop coming for my friends.
Look at this guy.
We're not doing this.
I was gonna
about
say,
to
the nice snake skid on. You know what's going on.
Snake shit. She found something to do with the snake. She cut
Right?
him off and made a T-shirt.
Right.
And a bag. And some shoes.
I'm fucking with them, man. Come on.
And you know, listen, man, this was episode 36 of our Women's HERstory Month content.
Third guest yet.
And you know, as always, happiness is rich, health is wealth, kindness is currency, and a
And
piece of mind is the real bag.
This is episode 36 featuring 90s voicemail podcast.
Thanks for having
Keep it
us.
locked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bye-bye.
Peace,
Talk to y'all later.
peace.
Sayonara, bitches.
Bye.
Deuces.
We talking about bitches. Oh my God.